Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Just Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren Rosa is with us as well. And we have a special guest on the line, the legend, the icon.
Yes.
The reason that we do what we do each and every morning.
Especially me.
We have Wendy Williams on the line. Good morning, Wendy.
Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, Charlamagne.
Peace, Wendy. And Wendy's niece, Alex, is on as well. Alex, you're going to be talking too, right?
Hey, Alex.
That's my niece, Alex. That's my niece, Alex. And Charlamagne and I, by the way, have known each other for like 20 years and running.
That is very true.
Wow.
Listen, Wendy, let's get right to it. I'm going to tell everybody what's going on. Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves. Wendy can make her own decisions. She is not cognitively impaired. She is not incapacitated. She is being taken advantage of.
Right.
Wendy, tell us what's going on.
Well, first of all, to start with, my niece, Alex, knows a lot as well, you know, but I am not cognitively impaired, you know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in New York City, right? And by the way, my apartment has been sold, thank God, you know, a while ago. But I, you know, I'm in this place where the people are in their 90s and their 80s. And their 70s, and even when people are 60 like me, hey, I'm sexy and gorgeous. You know, I am 60. Look, please, July 18th, 1964, honey. But look, these people, I don't care if they're 50 and 60. They have look, there's something wrong with these people here on this floor. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm not saying something bad. I'm just saying that I am with these people. I am clearly not, look, I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here on the bed, all right? I watch TV, I listen to radio, I look at the window, I talk on the phone. And by the way, Alex, talk about this phone, please. Alex, you've been right here where I am, so you know exactly what you're talking about. You flew from Miami to New York, and you were right here with me. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you know, what she's saying is exactly what's happened. She's there in New York, in this place, essentially like what some would call a luxury prison, right? This is her room. That's literally her apartment. But the thing about this apartment, and you know this, not Wendy, because you're there, it's small. She has a bed, a chair, a TV, a bathroom, and she's looking out one window. The buildings across the street. That's her life.
Excuse me, and excuse me, through my money, you know, I had this person buy the TV, you know, the kind of TV I like, a large TV, you understand what I'm saying? Through this person, because all of my stuff is in storage, you understand what I'm saying? Everything's in storage, and by the way, that was to sell my apartment, but anyway.
Is the person your guardian? Is that who you're referring to, your guardian?
Yes.
Well, you know, Sabrina Morrissey is her name, and right now A&E Network, A&E Network and Lifetime were sued by Sabrina. She claims they exploited you in a vulnerable state. They exploited your condition, and I'm putting condition in air quotes. You signed to do that documentary without your consent, but A&E and Lifetime countersued and said that Sabrina realized the documentary would question the quality of her own guardianship. It actually says in the lawsuit, it appears that Morrissey is misusing her position as a guardian of Williams to silence criticism of her controversial and failed administration of the guardianship. They even used the words guardianship abuse. What do you think of that?
Well, first of all, you know, me and the person that you were just talking about, this guardian person, we watched that 4-part thing on TV together. She was the one who wanted to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm watching and writing things down, and she's watching and writing things down, and I saw her. I saw all of that, by the way. And what do I think about being abused? Listen, look, this system is broken. You know, that this system that I'm in, you know, this system has falsified, a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
They said you're cognitively impaired and you're incapacitated.
Do I seem that way?
No.
You've been calling me 5 times a day for the last 2 weeks. No, you don't seem that way.
And just
How excuse me, who I naturally am is who I naturally am, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes.
And my niece knows all about that crap. I mean, I'm sorry. I apologize.
And to be clear, you can't leave. Like, they won't allow you to leave or have visitors, family members or not. So you can't even leave and take a walk if you wanted to, or take a trip or visit family members. They give you a difficult time for that, and family members can't visit you?
Excuse me, where I am, okay, you have to get keys to unlock the door to press the elevator to go downstairs, first of all. Second of all, these people here, everybody is like nursemaids, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? They come in and they give your pills, you know what I'm saying? And then they leave. And I'm
Which
like,
I told you not to take.
okay.
I told you don't take them pills.
Excuse me, I've had 2 pills all of my life. Alex, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Excuse me, there are 7 pills. I have no idea what is this pill doing. What is it going to listen? I haven't been to a pill person in a matter of long time. You know what I'm saying? And to the point where, excuse me, doctor, can you tell me what this pill is for? Excuse me, doctor, what pill do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, for the last 3 years, I have been caught up in the system. This has been 3 years I'm caught up in this system. Alex, go talk. Talk,
Yeah.
Alex, talk.
No, I mean, for 3 years, this is the reality. This has been our lives. So, but specifically her life. She can call us. We can't call her. That's been the reality since 2023.
Wow. Alex,
that room that she's sitting in, she's there every day, all hours of the day, every week, every month. She's not getting proper sunlight. I went to New York in October to visit her, and the level of security and the level of questions that there were in terms of who am I, why am I here, what's the purpose? I mean, it was absolutely just horrible.
You know, Alex, we sent Lauren LaRosa, who works here on the Breakfast Club. You know, I connected her with Wendy a couple of days ago. Lauren went up there yesterday. And tell them what happened, Lauren.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Alex, was it like this for you? When I got there, the people at the front were very aware that Wendy was there. They had me sign in. Her name was in the system. They had to call Sabrina to even see if I could go up there, even though Wendy was on the phone with me when I arrived. And she let them know, hey, this is my guest. I want to see her. I'll even come down. Please have someone bring me down. Because as she said, she can't get in the elevator nor leave her room without them unlocking things for her.
Wow.
They were aware of that, and everything was fine. And I was waiting. They called Sabrina a couple times, and she didn't answer the phone when they called. And then all of a sudden, things just like flipped. These like men came out, and they're like, well, "Who are you? And what are you here for?" I told them who I was. I told them I was there to see Wendy. They said, we don't have anyone here by that name.
Oh, wow.
They never said to me.
Did you believe that?
No, I didn't make. Did I not make it upstairs? They basically told me I didn't even feel comfortable still being in the lobby the way that I was treated. Like it was insane, especially being as though Wendy was on the phone with me when I walked in, and she spoke to the concierge herself and said, "I want to see this person. She is here for me." And then these people are like, "She's not even here. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "I dealt with your colleagues that had me sign in for her. She's in your system, so you're going to tell me she's not here?" Or did you speak to Sabrina as well? Because they said that was protocol. You have to call Sabrina first. We don't know Sabrina, and we don't know Wendy. She's not here. They said that to me multiple times.
Wow.
You know,
And it's scary. It's very scary.
Did you feel like she was in a safe space?
No, I feel like if you dealing with me like that and she's on the phone with you telling you like this is, you know what I mean, I want to see her, this is my people, God forbid something happens to her and her family needs to get to her. And I asked Wendy that as I was walking out, I'm like, yo, man, like I've dealt with my mom and my grandmother went through medical stuff and a bunch of stuff, right? I can't imagine not being able to get to them.
See my mother.
Right, and I said, is this how it is when your family comes? And Wendy's like, yes.
Well, you know, denying you visitation is illegal, Wendy. Alex, how do you feel about that as her niece?
Well, here's the
first of
thing.
all-
When I went to visit her, Aunt Wen, and you know this, I was able to get up there. It was not a problem. But here's the thing, is that Sabrina, wasn't communicative, and that's her guardian, wasn't communicative with me. It was almost as if she was waiting for the other shoe to drop so she could have a getcha moment when it comes with me, the family, and how we move about things. I mean, for someone that was, is so up in arms in terms of she can't be seen, there was no security for her. There was no, layout in terms of a plan, how this is supposed to work. I mean, thank God, you know what I mean? I knew what to do, and the trip was fine. But this trip, unfortunately, came off the heels of in July with my aunt's birthday, where I was supposed to go up there and spend her birthday with her, and all of a sudden, there was a lockdown on that. And not only was there a lockdown on that in terms of me visiting, but with you, Aunt Wendy, with being able to do what you want to do for your birthday. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, for the last 3 years, I've spent my birthday by myself. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. That's fine just because it's fine. Like, I would rather spend birth by myself than open the door and spend my birthday with these people on this floor. Look, this is what is called emotional abuse. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I would call it guardianship abuse as well. And, you know, you talked about it a little bit. When you saw the documentary, what did you think when you saw the documentary? Because that's what got everybody, at least the general public, concerned. What did you think of that?
Do you know what? What I thought about that was that's something that, well, first of all, I don't want to watch that again until I get to Miami, until I get, you know, my life. Look, I don't care about watching that. You know what I care about? I care about if I don't want to talk about that just behind the scenes. I get it.
But I do want to ask Alex, you as well. So
because Wendy can't, I do want to say Wendy can't say a lot legally.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So don't think that, you know, when you hear her, don't think she's jumping around. She don't know what she's talking about. She can't say a lot legally.
And I was going to ask, who's putting out like the rumors? Like, you know, because a couple of months ago we heard, well, Wendy's having this problem and she's incapacitated. Like,
they said she's cognitively impaired because of alcohol. She's incapacitated. She's suffering from dementia.
Obviously, it's not true. So do we know who's sending out those rumors to the press and to the blogs and all that? Do we know? Do we have any ideas?
I mean, allegedly, from what we're able to see, all of this comes from The Guardian.
Yep.
In terms of, hey, she's incapacitated, all that. That's allegedly all the Guardian. I'm only just saying allegedly, just, you know, obviously to protect all sides, but
of course,
yeah,
because obviously,
you know?
it's not true, and the sad thing about it gives her the ability to keep doing this because we all feel like, oh, if that's the case, then yeah. But listening to Wendy speak and seeing Wendy a couple of weeks ago at her son's graduation, you understand that that's not the truth.
Listen. As much as I want my phone, she can't let me have my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like I can call you, but you can't call me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't even know what kind of phone this is that I have. All I'm saying is that when I call you, you listen. If you don't call me back, you can't call me back. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I can't sit on the phone, you know, and look at things, you know what I'm saying, and scroll through things. I can't do that. I do not have a laptop. You understand? I don't have an iPad. My life is my goddamn life. You understand?
Yes. How does this how does this happen though, Wendy? How does this happen, Alex? How does she end up in a guardianship where, you know, these people have so much control of her life? Because it's not like she does not have family. She has you, Alex. Mm-hmm. She has her son, Kevin Hunter Jr. Like, she has family. So how does this happen?
Go ahead, Aunt Wendy.
No, I was going to say, you know what? My life, you know, and Charlemagne, you know about my life, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To get divorced was, as far as I'm concerned, was a 100% fabulous thing. You know what I'm saying? When I got divorced, look, I had this lawyer. I don't even want to say her beautiful name because it was so great. I've gotten a divorce like nobody else has gotten a divorce, and I don't want to talk about it. But Alex, you know about that, and Charlemagne. Did I ever tell you about my divorce?
You did, and I don't want to know nothing. I don't know anything. Okay? Right. That man has tried to ruin me several times already. You know.
No. Look. It's bigger than that. But look. When I got divorced, right. I moved to New York, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to in New Jersey, I was solo, just me and my cats, you know what I'm saying? I got these two twin cats who, by the way, my cats have been sold to, and I had no idea until I talked to that person yesterday, you know what I'm saying? And she told me that I no longer have my cats. Anyway, listen, I'm in New York. I'm solo. I'm still doing my show on TV, right? And I'm still doing my show, but I'm still saying, okay, because to me, you know, being on TV was, you know, for me, you know, I'm not going to lie. That was about money. Radio is my root. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To be on radio to me is like God sent to me. And I was doing such great stuff back in the day. You know what I mean?
Duh, that's an understatement. What are you talking about?
absolutely,
We
man.
What
literally
you
here.
mean?
Me and Jess sitting here right now. Jess
What?
Hilarious is here. Me and Jess are
Yes.
sitting here right now. Wendy just like
And I'm
we're
trying
like
to figure out how you doing, Wendy? This is just hilarious. How you doing, Miss Wendy? I wanted to know what you want people who are listening to do. What do you want us to do? Should we tweet? Should we get online? Like what do you want us to do? Also, Alex, what do you want?
Oh, no. I'm not going to talk about that. Charlamagne, Alex, you talk
Yeah.
about that. Go ahead.
Well, we've talked about this, and that is there's the hashtag Free Wendy. There's also a change.org petition as well. And also just making as much noise as possible, potentially, GoFundMe, whatever we have to do to make sure that my aunt is in a place where she is living her life in dignity.
Wait,
For
excuse me,
the woman that she is now, that's what we're going to do.
Wait. I have $15. I have $15.
There you have
What
it.
does that do?
Right. There you have it. And,
Wendy is
no,
too crazy.
no, my money is in prison.
That's right. That's right.
With-
right.
and
with-
I just want to underscore what you were saying, Charlamagne, as well, and that is this is still a legal situation. So yes, there are things that my aunt just can't talk about.
Yeah.
There are things that we as a family can't talk about.
That's right.
But
But
I think that the thing that we can talk about is the fact that my aunt sounds great. I've
Yes.
seen her in a very limited capacity, but I've seen her. We're talking to her. This does not match an incapacitated person.
Not at
And
all.
she that's why we say she's in like a luxury prison.
yes.
Because she is being held and she is being punished. You know what I mean? For whatever reason that other people are coming up with as to why it is she has to be kept in this position. We're not asking, for a whole lot. And I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not asking for a whole lot. All I'm saying is just treat the woman with dignity.
Absolutely.
And give her the freedoms that she deserves.
Well, let's say let's say what Wendy wants. Wendy wants to be, released out of this conservatorship, but she wants to be in Miami
With her
family,
Yeah.
with you, Alex, and with the rest of the family. Her son, she wants to be in Miami. She's made this known. She's told everybody she needs to tell. I don't know why it's not happening. No.
Let me just say, and then you can go back, Charlamagne. Let me just say about Miami, okay? It started out with my parents. To Miami. We're all from New Jersey, but near New York. So you listen to Radio New York, you see Radio New York. You know what I'm saying? Asbury Park, New Jersey, okay? That's where I was born, all right? But then, I moved up to Ocean Township, and then my parents were the first ones in the family that said, no, we're tired of the cold and the winter and the ice. So they moved, and this was years ago, you know what I'm saying? I was 27 when they moved to Miami. Anyway, the entire family now lives in Miami. And look, my son is doing such a great job. As a matter of fact, I saw him. Look, he graduated, and I was in Miami, and that was about a month ago.
Yep.
Alex, talk about the great time that we had, and seeing my
Yeah.
dad. We all went out and had like a party at one point.
Yeah.
Your dad's gonna be
It was-
94 next month, right?
Listen, my
Well,
dad.
that's
is
a
gonna
whole
be
nother conversation.
94. That's a whole nother thing. Like, I don't know whether I'm allowed to fly to Miami to say happy birthday to my dad. To get him.
Wow.
I want to get him. Look. Well, that person that you talk about who's holding me hostage.
Sabrina
so to speak.
Morrissey, your
God.
guardian. We got to say her name. We got to put her name out there. Sabrina Morrissey,
Well,
her
listen.
guardian.
I don't know that she's going to let me, because she already said to see my dad for his birthday. He's going to be
That's
94. So
Damn.
and all I can look. Please continue to talk, Alex. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hold on, can I say
Charlamagne,
can I
whatever
say
I was
can I say
talking
something out too?
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
I know
Yeah.
you lost your grandmother, Alex. Wendy, you lost your mother. You were in the conservatorship when that happened.
Here's the thing. She was not in a conservatorship when that happened,
Oh.
but that period of time was right before. And to know that she may not be able to come down here for my grandfather's 94th birthday, every day is not promised.
Right. That's
One
right.
thing that I know that my aunt wanted, and we've talked about this ad nauseum, she wants to be here for his birthday.
Wow.
And the fact that they are playing games about my grandfather being able to see his daughter and my aunt being able to see her father, I'm sorry. That is just absolutely sickening.
Like, I'm exhausted thinking about what if I can't see my dad for his birthday? You know, at 94, you know, the day after that is not promised. It's not promised. You know, I have things from my dad that's in storage. And there are little things that I say, you know, I'm not going to give it to him, but I'm going to sew them and make them so that they look perfect on me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know how to sew. I've known how to sew for years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, I want to give my dad some sort of fragrance. You know, I want to go to Sephora and pick and choose. What? I might not be.
Yeah.
My life is like fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Alex, do you think that there'll be some type of retaliation from the Guardian because of maybe this phone call or because of wow.
We've talked about that. You know, my aunt, even with her wanting to come on, we talked about all scenarios. I said, you know, do this. You ready for what's on the other side? And as she said, I have to do this. There's nothing else I could do at this point. She's prepared for the fact that her phone might be taken away.
What if they take my phone? I won't be able to talk to anybody.
Yeah. And, you know, you all, what you're hearing now, this is a few-minute clip of what we've been dealing with for the last several months and the last 2-3 years.
Wow.
Like, what the hell?
Like, she can get moved, and we may not even know where she is.
Wow.
That was the reality of where she was during the documentary. We weren't permitted to go see her. So this whole documentary aired. Nobody's able to call her. Nobody's able to see her. You know, the reason why I was doing the stuff with The View and Good Morning America was because she was nowhere to be found.
Wow.
In the meantime, you know,
what are we going to do about that?
Listen, here's the weird thing, right? And while you're on The View, right, I got the telephone number. I could call Joy Behar, but my number is with The Guardian. I could call my friend Rosanna Scotto. I could call Fat Joe. I could call Alex. My number is not in storage, but my Guardian person has my phone.
Right.
God damn.
Alex, let me ask you a question.
Excuse me, has had it for 3 years, by the way.
She's had your phone for 3 years, and she got control of all your bank accounts and everything? Wow. Okay. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Now, Alex,
but that's what the news reports say. The news reports say she has control of your bank accounts and everything.
Besides the Instagram and the social media, who can we write? Who can we stay on top of? Whether it's her boss, what agency? Because this has to go bigger than just social media.
You want me to? I'll send people up there.
Please.
We got the address. You want me I'll put the address out there right now.
Let's not send people up there.
We have a mob outside of that facility.
Yeah, we can pick it outside. You can pick it outside and do that outside.
Do not do that.
But do we have an email where
oh
we
my
can
God,
write?
No. You want to know what? Please.
I was there yesterday. Do not do that.
No, not there. To Sabrina's place.
Do we have an email for Sabrina that we can email and just have
boss,
people say, "Yo, what's going on? What's up?" But by the way,
can I tell you?
Yes, go ahead.
Can I tell you something? Other than when I was able to purchase like a whole bunch of I got like nail polish and lipstick and things like that. Otherwise, because I'm here in New York, the Guardian has somebody get me like nail polish and, you know, like the normal things that I like. Like, I need a new hairbrush, please. You know, go out and get it for me and bring it back. Oh, no, this is not the one that I want, but I guess this is the one that I'm forced to use. You know, and you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. What about eyelashes? What about eyelashes?
Look. I'm the full hair, makeup, and wardrobe person.
When
you know
I
what I'm
walked out
saying?
yesterday, she said, she was stories up. She saw me out the window. She said, "Is that a Chanel bag?" I said, "Wendy, how you see that?"
Wendy been getting Chanel bags for years.
Ain't nothing incapacitated about that. She spotted that bag from floors up, okay?
Excuse me, because I have a Chanel with me, but I also have an Hermes with me right here.
Look.
Okay.
Who doesn't love labels, darling?
Cut it out. You got $15. Cut it out. Listen, Wendy's attorney, Linda Roliski, I think that's how you pronounce her last name. She made a contribution. This is what I heard. She made a contribution to the judge after she was assigned to your case.
Really?
Isn't that a conflict of interest, Alex?
I would say so. Yes, absolutely.
Oh my God.
There you have it.
Oh my God.
And I'd be happy for somebody to prove me wrong and tell me why.
Wow.
Give me the facts as to why that's not.
Alex, I have one more question for you. And Wendy, you can chime in too. How does this affect her health? Because I know we followed her journey with like grave disease and stuff like that. But like being emotionally distressed like this, that can't be good for her just health wise. And that's supposed to be the point of the conservatorship. So what's that like?
Yeah, imagine you're sitting in a space every single day You're not getting sunlight. You're not able to leave your place. You can't see people. You can't just have free conversation. You do this day in and day out for months and for years at a time. Emotionally and mentally, that breaks you down in ways that I can't even imagine. I mean, we know that. There have been stories written about that.
Can I tell you something? And this is a fact. Yeah. I asked the other day, I said, listen, my thyroid, I want to go to the person that I've been going to for years. I've got her name, you know what I'm saying? And that is who I want to go to. Again, you know what I'm saying? Because thyroid I've had for 24 years. I found out about thyroid, around the time, at the time that I was trying to get pregnant, and my son is 24. So that's how I can, tell, my thyroid. Anyway, and she told me that I wouldn't be going there because my pill for thyroid is perfect. The pill that I have for thyroid is perfect. I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? Look, this is my life, people. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? This is my goddamn life.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's so many different little things that we could talk about. I mean, and that's why it feels as though almost there's so many tabs open in our heads at one time, because it truly is a story that's unbelievable. The bottom line is my aunt hasn't had, we talked about this yesterday, she hasn't had, from what I understand, a medical evaluation to see if her rights can be restored. And it seems as though that instead of this guardian, Sabrina, working with her, it seems as though she's made it difficult every which way for my aunt to be able to live any sort of healthy, independent life.
Wow.
And, it's almost as if she doesn't want my aunt to show that she's healthy and independent. Because as we know about these guardianships, and as my aunt has said, the system's broken, because the longer she's under this guardianship, the longer they have the keys to her life, for her personal, her financial, her emotional, everything, and so that's the reality of the guardianship system. It's overloaded. There's a reason why they're looking at the New York guardianship system right now. There's a reason why lawmakers are calling on state leaders to reform this system. It's because it's broken. And it's a shame that we're in this place. I know I'm getting really emotionally charged right now, but this is how sickening it is and how tired I am of having to talk about this and have these conversations with my aunt, because it's not just her, and thank God that we have platforms like this that we can go on and we can talk about this. But there is a lack of scrutiny across the board. We know there's a lack of funding. There are too few guardians for the amount of people under this system, and as a result, a lot of things go unchecked. There's a lot of neglect, as well as, obviously we know as well, financial exploitation of some of the most vulnerable people. That's the reality. Those are facts. It's written in print. And my aunt is one of those people, one of the over 28,000 people under guardianship in New York. She's one of those people that's under this situation. So yes, this is about her. Yes, we want her back. Yes, we want her freed. Yes, we want her to live with dignity and be able to move on with her life. But her story is a fight that many other people are going through as well, and they don't have the resources. So imagine where they stand at this point. And that's why I'm so passionate about this. You brought enough is enough.
Alex, you brought up something that they brought up in the A&E lawsuit. It said the documentarians have not spoken positively about Williams' guardianship. There's a bill in the New York legislature right now that's designed to curb guardian abuse and prevent guardians from restricting access to family members. That's what the executive producer, Mark Ford, told Vulture in February 2024. I'm not sure where that bill stands, but this is a perfect illustration of a family that wants to be in touch, wants to be involved, but for whatever reason can't. Wow. So that's really the purpose of this phone call, just to let everybody know that Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. That's right. And she's not cognitively impaired, she's not incapacitated, she's just being taken advantage of.
No, and also remember, I feel like I'm in prison. I am definitely isolated. You know what I'm saying? And to talk to these people who, like I said, who live here, that is not my cup of tea. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, they're good people, but I keep the door closed. I watch TV, you know what I'm saying? I listen to radio, and I watch the window, and I sit here as my life goes by. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you know what, Lauren, I want to say something, because I did hear yesterday about you going, and it was like the whole mess which you just explained.
Yes.
Also, I want to go a little bit further with that, Wendy, because we talked about this yesterday. That happened, and the alarm bells started ringing. That's when my aunt was told, and I'm paraphrasing here, but your cats chit-chatting my way. And anybody that's a Wendy fan knows how much my aunt loves chit-chatting my way. Yeah, I gave those cats away. You don't have them anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And
your dad's birthday? Well, that's up in the air. You're going to have to talk with Linda.
Me
And
and
it's
Wendy
almost
talked
as though
about those
she's
cats
getting
the whole way
punished.
there. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's like she's getting punished
Wow.
Thank
for
you.
just trying to be a normal person
To live.
about society
Right.
and to live. Exactly.
And for the record, Wendy was really excited to talk about those cats when I got there. That's all she was talking about. It's like, we got to talk about the cats, because she said that her cats have been in like a home or something like that for a year, and she doesn't know how they're being treated, and that she wanted to talk about that. Like she really wanted to talk to me about that, and I'm like, I'm being treated as if I'm here to rob a bank, and I'm just here because she's lonely and she just wants to talk to someone and see someone in person. And she lit up when she saw me walking down the street. Like I couldn't believe it.
So Alex, they took her cats?
Yes. So that's what she told me yesterday, right, Aunt Wen?
Yes, I had no idea that
Lauren.
I had no idea that they actually took my cats. You know what I'm saying? You know, I wanted my cats with me. You understand what I'm saying? And I actually, that's my friend Lauren. I was saying, Lauren, you know what I'm saying? You know, come, you know, about the cats. Anyway, so my cats are gone, everybody. And I did not know that until I talked to my guardian person. And she told me that the cats, I said, you mean they are gone, chit-chat in my way, my twin cats, they're gone. And, you know, I got my cats through watching TV with, you know, doing my show. And anyway, listen, and about the water. Look, I don't know what kind of water you all drink. I am a Poland Springs person till my, look, Poland Spring is my Poland Spring. So yesterday, you know, because I asked the guardian person, I'm like, look, the water, where's my water? And today, or excuse me, yesterday, or the other, look, and I told it to you, Alex, the water.
Yeah.
You know, what is it?
The water, you got like some brand that you're not, you know, used to getting, which is it's a normal brand. But I think that the bigger conversation is that it's a constant fight just for you to get the basic necessities. You don't ask for much.
Right.
Here's the thing about my aunt. She's a very low maintenance person for anybody that really knows her. She doesn't ask for much. The one thing she wants is just the Poland Spring. Please get it on time so I have enough water here while I'm locked up in this luxury prison. And it's always this back and forth conversation where you never know when that's going to happen.
Excuse me, and can I please have regular conversation? You know, here, I can't have regular conversation except on the phone when I talk to people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the people that work here, that's not regular conversation. Get out of here. And the people that live here, oh my God, hell no.
So getting rid of the cats won't let you possibly see your father next month for his 94th birthday.
She can't leave.
No, don't say I won't. Don't say I won't see
I said
her.
possibly.
Don't say I won't see my
I said
dad.
possibly. What I'm getting at is all of this feels like some sort of retaliation because of you know what they've been seeing the last couple of weeks. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah. That's what this is.
Well,
You know?
DJ Envy, by the way. Hi, DJ Envy.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy,
I've known you,
Wendy, I told Envy that you thought he was gay because you saw him on TV with Tammy Roman busting his boyfriend.
Look. Leave me alone, DJ Envy. I remember that you came to me when I was doing radio, and you weren't even into radio at that point yet.
That's right.
But you know what? You and Charlemagne, good things that you people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Good for you, thanks to people like me.
No,
you know,
thank you so much.
Can I say?
Look.
I want to
But
say one other thing.
if it wasn't for you, Wendy, we wouldn't be doing the things that we doing now. So
That's
we
right.
appreciate
Seriously.
all that you have done and all the trials and tribulations. Like we are on your show. Like if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having big shoulders, Wendy.
Absolutely.
Big shoulders
What?
and a big lap.
Excuse me.
Just you know what, and thank you for that. Thank you for that. Anyway, continue to talk, Alex.
Hold on, I want to say this, Alex. I think we said enough. I just want this is a fuse.
Yeah.
This is a fuse that I wanted to light. So I know it'll explode, and then we'll know what to do next after this.
Correct.
And I want everybody that's in that system that Wendy is currently in. I want them to know that we know what's going on.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So she's not alone out here. You can't just isolate Wendy Williams and make her disappear. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
think that
Okay.
the last thing I want to say, Charlamagne, just to what you were saying, is anybody that knows my aunt has always been a unique personality. You know, that is who she is. How she's talking now and how it's, you know, she goes from one topic to the next as people spin right back to the other topic.
That's right.
Oh, we
That's
know.
her.
Yeah, we know.
So for people that don't know
Watched
her,
it for
maybe
years.
you're looking and you're like, huh? If you know her, which she's known very widely, you know, that's who she is.
We
Don't
know.
try to twist who she is as if, oh, there's something wrong with her. No. You just don't know her the way we do.
And not even that, Alex. All the stuff that she's been saying for years is coming to fruition
And
now.
Oh my
let's talk about that to prove
I
that she's
tell
not
her.
that she's not
All
cognitively
that
impaired.
stuff she's been talking for
I tell her.
years.
Wendy, you got fired from Hot 97 years ago because of Diddy. All these years later to see where Diddy currently is. What do you feel about that
That's right.
situation?
Hey, when I watch TMZ and I see the stuff that goes on, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden I see me on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird seeing me on TV when I'm caught in this position. You know what I'm saying? The other day I was watching Cookout, and there I am in the first opening scene. I was like, oh my God. Season 1, episode 13, there I am on Martin. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
She still got
Diddy
it.
done. Do-da day.
How you doing? See, she still got it.
Hey,
Wendy.
Oh my God.
The queen has spoken. There you have it.
That's right. This is just the first step of many. Alex, love you. Wendy, love you.
Yes.
Yeah, Alex, keep
Thank
fighting
you.
the good
Thank
fight.
you
I know
so
it's
much.
tough. Jess up here emotional
What?
right now.
I was over here crying.
Jess
Like,
Laris is crying,
Oh
yes.
my God.
And please, to all her guardianship and everybody else, y'all cannot hide Wendy. Do not hear this phone call and see this all in the news and think you're gonna take away her phone and you're gonna isolate her. No, we know the address where she at.
That's
If
right.
it
Okay,
happens, we already
And we're
know
gonna
what's
stay on
going
That's
top
right.
of it. That's
and
right.
And we hope to see her next month in Miami with her father celebrating his 94th birthday and her family.
Do what's
and,
right.
and we hope that she gets to live in Miami as well.
That's right.
And start a
That's
podcast
right. Yes.
On the Black
on
Effect.
the Black Effect, iHeartRadio podcast.
Shut
I
up,
would
man.
never work on
Funny
that.
how
That's
that's
why you
turned, huh?
Wendy, Alex, thank you so much. We love you.
should
I
never work
love
on
you.
Charlamagne.
Bye, everybody.
Peace,
Bye,
Wendy.
Wendy.
Love you. Hey, Wendy.
Yes?
Come on, you know what you got. You can't just end with "we love you." You know what you got to end with.
How you doing? Shout it out.
Peace.
Thank you so much.
Bye, y'all.
All righty. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Dawn.
Wendy, I miss you.
Dawn, look, my phone is with the Guardian person. You know what I'm saying? This phone that I'm talking on is a phone where I can call you, but you can't call me. I've never heard of a phone like this in my life. Anyway, it's good to talk to you.
It's good to talk to you. They didn't take your phone after this interview you did with Charlamagne, did they?
Listen. Look, my life is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I've been with this Guardian person for 3 years. For 3 years of my life, look, I'm isolated. I feel like I'm in prison. You understand? I can't go out. All I can do is look at the window, and anytime I go out, it's because I'm going out with the person that the Guardian has assigned to me. So if I want to go out, for lunch, you know what I'm saying, then I have got to go with this woman. You know what I'm saying? If I want to go out, like my dad turns 94,
And you
February.
can't go. Wendy, let me ask you this. I heard the interview, and I want to cover some things that didn't happen in the interview. Now, do you remember the last time that you were at the house, and I'm just going to be honest, you took your wig off, and we had a real heart-to-heart, and I was like, here's the real Wendy. And I said, Wendy, would you ever go on without your wig and do a thing with me? You said, no, because this is how people know me. So, Wendy, I want to know what is going on with you. Why do you feel, do you feel desperate now that you're in a desperate situation? What's up?
Well, first of all, about my actual hair. My actual hair, is longer, but it's thin, and that's why I wear wigs, people.
It looks fine. Wendy, I said to you that you were beautiful, and I was like, this is the Wendy that people need to know with your hair down. So talk to me.
Okay.
What's up?
Okay. Well, what's going on is I've been in this system, like I said, for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Presently right now, I'm in New York at this place, and it's not to say horrible things about older people. It's just that the people that live here are in their 90s and their 80s and their 70s. And I don't know, maybe they're 60 like me. I can't tell. People are in wheelchairs. Some people aren't in wheelchairs, but they walk very. Listen, clearly they are not of my sound mind and body. You understand what I'm saying?
Wendy, are you incapacitated?
Hell fucking no. Look, Alex, please address what has been going on with me. Alex, by the way, has actually been here, right here. She flew from Miami to New York, and she's been right here, and she sees the people. She sees the look.
Okay, Wendy, I'm going to ask you. Slow down. Okay, slow down. You don't believe you're incapacitated. The Guardian has said you're incapacitated permanently and that you have dementia.
Yes, and you
frontal
wanna know
aphasia.
You want to know what? Listen, and I don't know how much I can talk without being punished. You know what I'm saying? And I won't be able to see my dad, and I won't be able to, do anything, and I'll be stuck in this prison I'm in for the rest of my life. You understand what I'm saying?
You feel like you're in a prison in an apartment in New York City.
This is not an apartment. I don't even know what you call this place. Like, I don't even know what you call this place. This is an old age home in New York. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where people, bring you your pills, where people, the door is always, just knock on the door, I tell them. Don't just come in here. You understand what I'm saying? And all I have are the things that I have from storage, while my apartment has been sold, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all my clothing, I have a little bit of clothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a drawer, there's a small closet, there's a big TV that through my money, the Guardian person got me the TV that I want. You know what I'm saying?
Wendy, let me ask you.
What?
People want to know, how did you end up in this situation? How did the Sabrina Morrissey gain control of you, and how did she become your guardian?
Well, first of all, she's making money from me, you know what I'm saying? And she's supposed to be here to protect me. And this has been going on now for 3 years of my life. Alex, are you listening?
I'm here.
Okay, Alex, please talk, because Don Lemon doesn't understand what I've been going through for the last 3 years of my life. Alex, this is my niece. Please talk.
I know,
okay,
Alex.
Here's the thing. Yeah, and here's the thing, Don. And I know the question that you asked, and I know that the reason, Wendy, one reason she can't really go in and answer fully is because everything is still so tied up in legal.
Okay.
And so she has to be really careful about what she says. And I get that. We talked about that. She knows that. So there are just certain details because of the legalities of it that she just can't get into. But Wendy, what's going on with you? We've been talking about this as a family. We've been sitting in this for a while. And, I was worried even coming into this interview. I was just on the phone with you, Dawn, before, because I didn't hear from you at the time that, we said exactly. And it's like that feeling of, was her phone taken away? Where is she? What's going on?
Yeah.
And if we feel that fear for her as family, I can only imagine what she's going through as she sits in this room day in, day out. She doesn't go out unless it's for an assigned appointment. Doesn't get the proper sunlight, doesn't socialize with friends. She doesn't have the communications that make sense to live in a world that we're in terms of 2025. A landline phone that can only call out, no one can call her, and a TV. I mean, that has been my aunt's life for the last year and a half.
And by the way, Don, I order a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner, and I always eat right here in the bed watching TV. I don't eat with these people on this floor. They are elderly people. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, the people who live here, they're nice people. We always say hi to each other as I order lunch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I always have it brought back to me, and I eat right here in the bed. You understand what I'm saying?
I do, Wendy.
You, Alex.
You feel like you feel trapped, and you said you feel like you're being imprisoned in this facility. I understand that, Wendy. people are concerned about you. They're worried. They haven't seen you. And the times that they do see you publicly, they worry that, you're not the same as you were. This is not the Wendy that we're used to seeing.
Listen. And not only that, I only have like $15. This guardian person is keeping my money trapped, so to speak. She has all of my money. You understand what I'm saying? All of the freedom that I want. You know what I'm saying? And through my money, for instance, I would like to go to Sephora. You know what I'm saying? So what the guardian person does is she will call up Sephora, because that's where I want to go. And then, I'll be able to buy stuff, through my money that this girl, it's a woman, this guardian person. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know my guardian?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Wendy, so where your money is being held, do you still have money in an account somewhere?
Excuse me. No. Look, my money is, I have good money. I worked all of my goddamn life. My thing about being in New York is I want to work in New York until I have enough money and enough of what I've done in New York that it's now time to fly and live in Miami for the rest of my life. And that's always what I wanted to do, right, Alex? And it worked out perfectly, I stopped doing my show on TV, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, it's now time to stop because my money is great money, you know what I mean?
I understand that. But people are going to say, well, why does this woman want to, have Wendy in a guardianship? And is she protecting you in some way, do you believe?
First of all, she's making money off me.
How so?
Alex, can you please talk?
Wait, Wendy, how is she making money off of you?
Well, you're my guardian, so you're making money off of me. Like for instance, when I was in Miami there's some legality things that I am not confident
I understand.
to talk so much about. But Alex,
I understand. I've spoken to Alex about this. I want to know, Wendy, you went to Kevin's graduation, right?
Yes, and I got yes, and we had a great time. Although the guardian person, you know what I'm saying? Look, I want to see my dad, for his birthday. Mm-hmm. And we had a great 9 days in Miami. The family is just, oh my God, we had such a good time. I mean, we went to this party place where the entire family was there, including my dad, you know what I'm saying, where the music was great, you know what I'm saying, where the food was excellent.
How did that come about, Wendy? How did they let you go to see little Kevin and your family?
Why? Because I'm the mother, and I gave him a car for graduation, you know what I'm saying? And I saw him, walk across the stage, and I stood up and cheered. What are you talking about?
No, but I mean, how would they let you out if you're on a guardianship and you said that you feel like you're in prison?
You know what? Because I don't even know what the goddamn guardianship is in terms of stuff like that crap. You understand what I'm saying? I've been in the system for 3 years of my fucking life. 3 years of my life. You realize that at any given moment, I guess they will steal my TV, you know what I'm saying? So I can't watch TV, you know what I'm saying? And watch TMZ and see what's going on and watch you, Don Lemon, while you talk to Rosanna Scotto. You know, just have my friend Rosanna Scotto, who also named in storage, not in storage, but with the guardian person. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alex,
listen, Wendy, Alex, I understand. Alex and I have spoken, and I just want to make sure that I get this. Go ahead.
No. Listen, but I want to speak to my niece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the three of us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, this is my life, Don. This is my life.
Alex has your back. I mean, Alex is 100%, and we have spoken about how to get help and get people to understand what is going on with you. And that, correct, you want to be with your family. You feel that that's the best place for you to be in Florida, right?
Excuse me, wouldn't you want to be? All right, I'm not going to even ask. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Like I said, I worked in New York all of my life. From the time I was 26. I was 26, and I started WBLS New York, right? I was doing WBLS like a like a beast. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden, TV came along. I was like, oh, TV, all right. Well, radio is my god. You know what I'm saying? I love radio, but TV made more money for me, so I stayed on TV.
Do you want to go back to work, Wendy?
Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? But I don't want to work I don't want to work like 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? I want to pick and choose what kind of work I want to do, because that's the type of person I am now. You know what I'm saying? I want to pick, and I want to do it. I want to do it in Miami. You know what I'm saying? And I want to pick and choose, because that's the type of person I've become, and that's the type of person I always wanted to be, living in Miami with my family.
What do you want people to know, Wendy, about this? Because I remember I had you on the show, and you started tearing up when I said, "Who is Wendy Williams? Who is Wendy Williams right now?"
Yeah, well, the things that I actually want, I've talked to Alex about. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk to you about that, because what we're doing is we're doing something for the world to I'm talking back and forth with you, Don. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Alex, if you can do a little bit more talking, Alex.
Yeah, Alex. Well, hang on 1 second. Let me just ask another thing. Wendy, are you taking medication for anything? Because if you have dementia, as they say, or if you are incapacitated, they would be giving you some type of medication.
And I think, Alex, I just want to say, and I think the medication part, that is very sensitive. And so,
right.
We've talked about that in terms of, having conversations about that. But, just here's where we're at. My aunt clearly wants to talk. She wants to get her messaging out there, but it has become extremely difficult. And she's so careful with what she says, because there is this worry, there is this fear that A, she's going to say the wrong thing. B, there might be some sort of retaliation as a result of that. I mean, Don, the tears that I shared with you before this, prior to my aunt calling me, those were real in terms of
I know
what happened just by her moving the line slightly.
Yeah.
And so a lot of, when people are hearing in terms of, my aunt talking about her life, talking about what she wants, but kind of doing her best with that delicate dance is literally because there are things that she just can't talk about, / there are things that she's concerned about talking about, because she doesn't know
I totally understand
where that line is,
I totally understand that. And Wendy, look, as I said, Alex has your back. We were on the phone. She was crying before this because she thought that they had taken your phone and she wasn't going to have a chance, wasn't going to have any way to be able to get in touch with you. And that's how, go on. What do you say to that?
I mean, that is a fact. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying? If they take my phone, yes, I could probably make a call, from somebody. But then, suddenly, like if I call you, Don, then now these people will have a telephone number to call you back, Don. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not in a good position, because this guardian person will make sure that look, my life is screwed up. The guardian mess is, please, look, I am isolated. I feel like I'm in prison. I feel like, they're trying to control me, you know what I'm saying, and everything that I do, you know what I'm saying. If I chew, they don't even, look, my life is screwed up, you know what I'm saying, and the only thing that I can do for myself is I can keep myself of sound mind and body. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what, like I love lipstick. You know what I'm saying? So I have lipstick on right now. Why? Because I always have lipstick. It's not a big deal. You understand what I'm saying? Because I all of my clothing is here. Not all of it. Most is in storage. You understand what I'm saying? Like what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, Alex? What am I supposed to do?
And you're doing what you can do right now, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
I have to run.
Yeah, you got to get to work, Alex.
Yeah.
Wendy,
Yeah.
you can reach out to me anytime. I'm sorry that we're supposed to talk for longer. You were supposed to call earlier, but we were worried when you didn't call. So Wendy, feel free to call back anytime. I've been trying to reach out to you through your family. I spoke to Wanda and Alex, and they love you and they care about you. Final words, Wendy, before we let you go?
I want to talk to you privately behind by myself to talk to you. Okay.
Okay. I'm here.
I'm serious. I'm serious. I do.
Okay, well, we're here to help, and I want you to talk privately, and I'm here to help, Wendy.
Yeah.
I'm only here to help, just so you know, okay?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You
and
take
everybody
care. You
listening.
take care of yourself, Wendy, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
I love
you.
you all. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, what up, everybody? It's me, Jason. I woke up yesterday to a phone call from my friend, Wendy Williams. As you know, all of us that do this, we get it from Wendy. And we haven't been able to connect in almost 2 years, probably even 2 years. And there's been so much going on in the news about her, whether she has dementia, whether she's sick, whether she's lost it all, lost her mind. And I've had concerns with not being able to reach her. I've been talking to her family, trying to get her on the phone. Well, I finally got her on the phone and was able to catch up with her yesterday, and I want you to hear what we talked about. Listen.
Good morning, Wendy.
Jason, oh my gosh.
How are you?
It's been how long since I've talked to you? Please.
It's been a long time.
Let me tell you something. My life is in a serious situation. You know, I've had this guardianship person, you know, for 3 years. You know, for me, you know, working in New York is all I wanted to do. My work is finished. The work is finished, you know, a few years, like 3 years as a matter of fact. And so, and then, you know, to live in Miami with my family. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I wanted all my goddamn life. And my life has taken into a whole new direction in terms of dealing with a guardian. Look, I feel isolated, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that, first of all, Wendy, you know I miss you and love you, and everybody, and you may not see this, is talking about you online and wants to know why they have not freed Wendy. People love you, people miss you.
Have you ever tried to call me and I can't answer? Have you ever tried to?
Absolutely not. In fact, I was telling Alex, you and I would talk almost every day. I would come and see you every time I'm in New York. We would have a great time, and you were always attentive to me, and we would have a great experience. And so I've been so confused at this entire process. And Alex will tell you, Alex, I've called you multiple times, and Kevin, asking what is going on with Wendy.
Yeah, well, you know what? This has been a really, you know, like I flew to Miami from New York, you know, for my son. You know, he finished, you know, college, and you know, and I was there in Miami for 9 days. This was, you know, about a month, less than a month ago. You know what I'm saying? We had a great time. You know what I'm saying? The family. I mean, we did so many different things, and this guardian person can't stand that I had such a great time. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm in prison. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, no, Wendy, I don't know that she doesn't. She's mad that you had a good time. I think she's mad that we now see that you're not incapacitated the way that they've told the media, that you're not, that you've lost all of your mind. You don't know where you are. I mean, the way that they've communicated to the world is almost as if you don't even know who you are. You sound better than ever right now on the phone. So I'm confused.
Thank you. Well, you want to know what? I feel like, you know, I'm being controlled, you know, by the system I'm in. I feel isolated. You understand? I did not know that my cats, my twin cats, were, you know, given to somebody else. I had no idea until, believe it or not, 2 days ago. Yep. She tells me, I'm talking about my cats, you know what I'm saying? And actually, Alex, I didn't tell you, you know, my friend Lisa, and Lisa said, Wendy, I would have taken both of the cats until you're ready to have the cats back to you. I was like, oh my God, she would have. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's simple things like, you know, if I want to go out, I'm only going out because, you know, I'm going.
Like a dentist appointment or something like that.
Thank you. Listen, Jason, it's been so long since I've talked to you that I'm sorry if, you know, I'm trying, and Alex, thank you for, you know, talking me along, you know what I'm saying? Listen, you know, I got liposuction breast implants years ago, so, you know, working out, you know, going to a gym has always been my mainstay. You understand what I'm saying? So it turns out that it wasn't until, you know, the other week that you know, because I wanted to go to there's this equinox right here, and I was telling Alex, anyway, the point is that my life is like, what in the world, this guardianship person, you understand what I'm saying? And regarding anything, you know, pills, you know, this is a pill. Look, where I am, the men and women are in their 90s. You know, some are in their 80s and some are in their 70s, and I don't care if they're 60 like me. And nobody here is anything like me in the way of, you know, feeling and moving and talking. I don't have anybody to talk to here. You understand? This is an old age home. This is the type of home. Well, Alex, you've been here before. You understand where I am. You know, listen, Jason, I eat food right here on the couch. I watch TV, I've got radio, and I look at the window. And this is what I do.
And that's day in and day out.
Yes.
Every day, every week, every hour. And, you know, Jason, it's funny because I just want to jump in here real quick, Aunt Wendy. When she was saying, you know, you can hear the exuberance and almost in terms of there's so many different things that she's trying to get out. Because all of this has been happening and she hasn't been able to talk to anyone about it. So these are literally our conversations. She can't talk to her friends like you. You know, she can't go out to a simple lunch, you know, and go outside when she wants to. She can't just have unrestricted access to the people and the things that she loves. And, you know, like I was saying earlier, being able to live her life in a dignified way that matches the person that she actually is, not the person that they're trying to put her out here to be, but who she actually is, who we're all hearing in this moment.
See, I feel emotionally abused, Jason. It's like, you know, to be sequestered, you know, the guardian and you know, my system that I happen to be dealing with through this guardian person and the judge and the attorney, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm being sequestered so that you can put in the media whatever they tell you that I am. You understand what I'm saying, Jason?
Yes, I mean the one thing that I know for sure is that you loved two things. You loved your show and your audience, and you loved your son. And to me, the way that you disappeared, there's no way in heaven or hell you would have left your son that way. And when I called him to ask him how you were, he was terrified to even have a conversation with me. So it gave me this perception that you were almost being held by terrorists. When you talk to Sabrina Morrissey about getting out, what does she say?
Sabrina Morrissey says anything to keep me here because Sabrina's making money from me, you know, and she told me that there's no money. And that's a lie. You know, you're not going to be with somebody for 3 years and not make money from me, especially the several million that I know that she has holding me hostage. Like my money, like I have like $15, and that's all I've had for 3 years. You understand what I'm saying?
In terms of in her wallet right now, physically on her, Jason is what she's saying. Yeah.
Excuse me, in my Goyard wallet. Like, you know, labels are important, darling. You know, but literally, and all of my stuff is in storage. You know, I sold my apartment, which I wanted to do that too. You know, sell my apartment and live in Miami and be with my family and relax in Miami. And yes, I would like to work again in Miami. You know, but simple work. You know, and that would be something where I could even ask Alex, what do you think about, you know, if I do this? And I only want to do it like once a week, or you know what I'm saying? I got my son a car for his graduation from college, and it had to be approved by my guardian person. It's like my money is my money. You know what I'm saying? If I want to get my son, you know, any car in the world, I've got the funds, and it's for my son. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. People were telling me when you were in Miami with your son that they were monitoring you in a way where you didn't even really get to have alone time, that they were always near you and in a way to try to control what you said, who said what. Is that accurate?
Yeah, excuse me. Yes, and my family can attest to that. Alex, you know the deal?
Yes, there was. We were being watched like hawks, and there was no period in which I was able to do anything with my aunt or that I was able to witness anybody else in my family doing things with her that did not come without eyes on us the whole time, which was a very weird feeling.
I mean, it was something so simple, like, you know, my son Kevin had set up a girls' day where Alex and my sister Wanda and we all went and we had our nails done, you know what I'm saying? And I bought a new wig and we had our toes done and things like that. And I was being monitored like a hawk by these two married a man and a woman, they're married people. They're from Miami. The girl on my money had to fly, the married woman had to fly to New York so that stay in a hotel on my money overnight, and then the two of us flew back to Miami for my son. And yes, this is all on my money. The guardian person is spending my money hand over fist. That I don't even have receipts from shit.
But I don't understand why you have a guardian when you could clearly take care of yourself. There was a video that surfaced where when you exited your son's party, the driver or your car that the guardian was supposed to have for you wasn't even there, and you couldn't even find your transportation. So how is it that they're your guardian to take care of you, but yet didn't do that?
Oh my God, and that's a fact. Oh, thank you for saying that. And you want to know what? And that's one of the many things that the guardian person did not like. Like, what was I doing in the street? I said I was in the street because I had to cross the street. The common courtesy of a celebrity person like I am, you're supposed to have the car on the same side so I get in comfortably. I don't have to cross the street.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, you and I have talked. You're talking with my aunt now. You know, you guys. Your friendship is very clearly obvious to everybody. And this is the first time that she's talking with you.
In years.
God knows how long, right? And so right now, you know, in terms of her wanting to speak out, and, you know, she asked me to be on these calls with her. And I'm like, okay, fine. You know, I'm championing you. And that is the free Wendy and whatever you want in terms of what makes sense for the woman that you are right now, which we are all clearly hearing. I'm championing that. So we have, you know, we're trying to make sure that we share as much as possible, you know, these interviews, the videos of the fact of who she actually is right now.
Because I am caught up in a system.
Yeah.
And the system is failing me now. I am not being treated right. I am not being treated with dignity and respect.
Mm-hmm.
And so my audience, I have millions of people who are all Wendy watchers, who are Wendy fans, who ask me all the time, where's Wendy, demanding that we do something. What are we asking people to do?
Alex?
And, you know, right now, so a few things. We are, of course, posting as much as possible and sharing with the hashtag Free Wendy. There's also a GoFundMe that has been started to help with some of what will potentially be a long fight, right? And making sure that we can just galvanize around this issue, you know, even larger as well. And, you know, I've talked about before, and that is the guardianship issue in general, in terms of the guardianship system in New York. It's broken. You know, my aunt has said that, I have said that, and there are plenty of reports that back up what I'm saying. So I hope that this conversation, of course, first and foremost, we can get some traction in terms of the Free Wendy movement. You know, people can share and give in whatever way that they can toward that, but also that we can get the information and the knowledge out there just in terms of exactly people first understanding fully and completely what a guardianship system is for those that may not know, and then also where there are cracks in this system. And unfortunately, my aunt is one of the 20,000 people.
Yes.
A system that's overloaded, and there are not enough guardians. So, you know, there's so many different ways to look at this, but, you know.
Yeah, and also look up, you know, what incapacitated is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that you have a clear indication that is not me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm emotionally abused, and where I am, I stay on the, like I said, I'm on the 5th floor. And Alex has been here. She's seen for a fact exactly where I am. Anything I want to do, I cannot do. I am made to be held like prison. I feel isolated like a mug.
Well, Wendy, you know I've plotted on breaking you out. I just don't know where to find you because I miss our lunches. and don't forget, we both promised each other we were going to exchange our white friends. I was going to get you Madonna. You're supposed to be getting me Caloripia, and it's not happening.
Listen. I cannot look. I'm sorry, Alex, but let me just talk to Jason. Jason, I cannot wait to date. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I cannot wait to play with, you know, one man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot wait to date until I find that one man forever and for life. And I swear I mean that mess. And the idea that these men, I wouldn't even give, I'm talking about sexually speaking, you know what I'm saying? Look, for the last 3 years, I've looked, I don't see it. I don't see them, but you want to know what I do? When I take off my body and I look at myself, I'm like, hey, I'm hitting and holding. When can I get out and meet these men?
No, we've seen you recently. You look great. You sound great. I'm extremely happy. It's been an emotional roller coaster because when they told the press or when they released this lie that you had dementia and had forgot everything, I really was wondering, like, would she remember me? Because I know, like, you know, you're the queen of what we do, and a lot of us that are doing this, that are sharing your message, are only doing it because of you, and the thought that, you know, the things that they said about you was happening, we weren't able to be there for you, was really sad, and I'm just happy that Alex finally got us together.
Well, that's why, you know, when people talk about, you know, dementia, you know what I'm saying? This whole thing about dementia and that, you know, I've got to prove and I've got to show, you know, like, thank God I talk on the phone with you. And in terms of also what I want to do when I get to Miami, and Alex, you know, I told you this too, I want to talk to people about dementia. And I don't even know how to do that, but Alex and other people, you know, I need, like, when I live in Miami, I need somebody to, you know, hook me up because we're going where? All right, I'm ready because I want to talk, because I want to expose, you know, what I've been through. And you know what I'm saying? And including, you know, people who are married. Why are you still married when clearly, okay, how long has it been going? And talk about that, you know what I'm saying? And people who've never been. Look, I want to talk. I want to talk to normal people. For the last 3 years, I've been talking to people.
Well, we want you to get out and talk. The one thing I know and I can say to everybody that I've seen firsthand is your relationship with Trav, your son, with Alex, your family has had your back from the minute I've met you up until today. And so it's never made sense why you're not with family. And I'm glad that you're finally having the courage to talk, because it seems, at least for the last 2 years, that there's been this fear that you can't talk to anybody.
Thank you. And, you know, I know that we are time difference, you know, from Los Angeles to New York. But, you know, anyway, I'll talk behind the scenes because we're being taped, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Well, I'd like to talk to you behind the scenes.
Sure. I want to make sure you have my phone number. You can call me anytime.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, here it is, Jason. You know, you've heard her. You know, I mean, you see the reports. People have now seen her. They're hearing her. We're having these conversations, and I think one thing that my aunt has been very clear about is that she doesn't say and negate the fact that yes, she went through something. You know, and that she's, you know, it took a minute to get on the other side. She's not negating that, but what she's saying right now that, you know, we're all saying is that she clearly is not the person that we saw, and the messaging that's been put out there is as if she's even worse than we saw her a year ago.
And by the way,
so what we're all able to tell, that's just not true.
And by the way, about pills, you know, these people, they're bringing me 8 pills, and I only know 2 pills. I only know 2 pills that I've known forever. So I don't know what these other 7 pills are, but that's all I'm saying about my life. These people come and they bring the pills, but that's what they do for a living, these people who bring the pills. And in this floor where I am, that's what they do. You understand what I'm saying? It's just, look, I'm in a weird situation. Anyway, continue.
Well, can I ask this? Have they told you what you have to do to get out of this conservatorship?
Excuse me. Look, I can't talk about that.
Right.
but other people can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Listen. This is what I want. Okay. This is what I want, and this is what I fought for with my this lawyer person. You know what I'm saying? I tell her, you know, excuse me, this attorney.
Is this the Sabrina? Is this the Sabrina woman?
No. Sabrina is my guardian. Sabrina is my guardian. Sabrina's looking over my money.
She's doing a horrible job, by the way.
Listen, and making sure that I get all these pills. to be. You know what I'm saying? Whatever pills, there's 7 pills are. And she makes sure that when I have to go out to do something, it's only court approved by, not court approved, but only that it's approved by Sabrina. And God forbid, I might not be able to fly to Miami to wish my dad the 94th birthday, because that has to be approved by Sabrina, who did not like the 9 days I was in Miami 3 weeks ago, for my son to graduate from college.
Do you think
do you
think Sabrina's going to retaliate against you for having these conversations with us? Because I saw Charlemagne's call, Don Lemon's texting me. So clearly you're hitting your rounds with all the right people. Do you think she's going to retaliate?
Look, I have no idea. Maybe she'll take away my phone. You know what I'm saying? This phone is not even my phone, by the way. My real phone is with her. This phone that I'm like, I can call people, but people can't call me. Alex knows about this phone. I don't even know what the hell this phone is. Listen, and not only that, but where I am, maybe they'll move me to a new, more, decrepit location in New York. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm hung out to dry so that she can keep all of my money and profit off the philosophy that Wendy is, and Wendy must be decrepit and die in New York without ever seeing my family again.
Well, we can't let that. We're not going to let that happen.
Well, look. This is why I need help. I can't do this by myself, Jason. I can't do it by myself with Alex, and Alex knows that. It just can't be the family that fights for me. It has to be other people involved in the fight of my goddamn life. I'm fighting for life now.
I hear you. And I'm glad that you're fighting.
And by the way, I was watching you on TV. I know it's from old, because you've gone on to do magnificent things. I mean, and it was actually Alex and other people who had to tell me, like, what's Jason doing? What's Jason doing? What's Jason doing? Jason, all I see is that scene 1, episode, 1, episode 2, episode 3, from you talking to people, famous people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm following in your footsteps, Wendy, and again, we all have to pay homage to you.
Alex, people say that to me, and it makes me so happy. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Jason, you've gone on and done some really smart things. So you are like a person who can advocate for me and my situation that I'm in. And I don't know what that would entail, but my niece Alex absolutely could. Please help me, Jason. And I'm serious.
Oh, no, I got your back. I'll work with Alex. And then, Alex, give her my number. She can call anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, that's about all the talk. I mean, I don't want to over talk because I know that you're busy working, and Alex, I know you just got off of work, but it's too expensive to call from New York to Miami. See, I'm looking out for my money, even through this stupid phone that I'm using, and even though all my millions is with the Guardian person.
Yeah.
Who's the Guardian? Who's the Guardian again? Alex.
What'd you say? Yeah, I know, because Sabrina. We talked about that.
Oh, okay. Did you give a last name?
Sabrina Morrissey.
Yes, we did.
Oh, we got Sabrina's. I just looked at Instagram before I got in here. Sabrina Morrissey's name is all over the internet right now, so she definitely got the message.
Okay. Well, the thing is that I can't talk about her. All I can say is Guardian person.
Right, like she can't say the name. That's why that was like, what is it? Because she can't say it technically.
Got it.
So that's why she referred to me for it. But I mean, there you have it. I mean, this is who everybody's saying is, or not everybody, but this is who this Guardian is saying is permanently incapacitated. So
yeah, and I'm in prison. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
So Wendy, just at the end, if you can just say one thing to all of your fans that are listening and the millions of people that follow me, what would you want to say?
I need help. I need help, people. I need you to hashtag. What are you hashtagging, Alex?
We're hashtagging Free Wendy.
free Wendy, you know what I'm saying? And I need help, you know what I'm saying? I need help in a good way because I'm healthy and I'm strong and I'm ready to fight and I'm ready to win. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. Well, it was good catching up with you. I want to talk to you again. I miss you and love you.
Thank you. You too.
Hello.
Wendy Joan Williams, how are you?
Better now that I'm talking to you.
What's happening? We happy to hear from you. You know, it's been a lot. Lauren is here. Lauren LaRosa is here. Just Hilarious is here.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Wendy.
So look, I have some things to get off my chest.
Oh, that's what we do here. We have a segment called Get It Off Your Chest, actually.
That's right.
Perfect. Well, you know, there's this lawsuit saying that the lawsuit is with Lifetime and A&E. And it's the lawsuit that I've been told I stand to win $20 million.
Now, what was the? Let's refresh people on what the lawsuit was. What was the lawsuit, Lauren?
The lawsuit was that 4-part thing starring me on TV, which I only watched once, and I will never watch again in life. It was disgusting. And by the way, I watched it with my guardianship person, you know. Yes, we watched that together, and that was the first time that this guardianship person was like, "Oh my gosh!" And she was writing stuff down, and I was looking like, "Oh my God!" You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What happened with this? You know, I was, you know, to do that TV thing. It was 2 people who I won't say their names, but I can say 1 white woman and 1 black man.
Okay, and I read the court documents. You're talking about Sabrina Morrissey and Will Selby.
Anyway, they brokered, I don't know, a deal on behalf of me. Mm-hmm. And what kind of deal? I have no idea. I guess the clothing, the location, the money, you know, the money is blood money. It's money I don't want. Charlamagne, you and I have known each other for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we've got good money. Isn't there such thing to you as blood money, like money you don't want, you don't care what amount of money it is?
I can remember a check you had to write when we worked together at WBLS, and you put that on the check. You put 4 blood money.
Thank you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You didn't approve that you had to write the check, and you put 4 blood money. So you've been pretty consistent about this your whole life.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, look, I'm dealing with these court people and my guardian person. And that is the big deal. So you know what? I don't have frontal temporal dementia. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting. That is a very rare thing for anybody to have. You understand what I'm saying? It's like one of those types of things where I'd be a blibbering idiot. Like I can't take a shower. I can't dress myself. I can't speak. I can't listen. I can't. I can't.
Well, Wendy, who dressed you when you was in the window for that TMZ doc? Because that was nice. You had the black cat suit on with the wig and the lipstick.
Well, excuse me. That was me doing for myself. You know what I'm saying? With a few bits of clothing that I got from storage. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? It's real. I'm on the 5th floor, and you know this 5th floor, as I told you, this is called the memory unit. It is for the people who live here that I guess don't remember anything at all. And I've seen the people. You know, when I order lunch. You know what I'm saying? And they're not bad people, you know, they're older, and I don't care if they're my age group, you know what I'm saying? Clearly. Like, who are these people? Why am I here? You know what I'm saying? And by the way, as I told you before, you know, to take the elevator, it's a locked unit on this 5th floor, you know what I'm saying? The memory unit floor.
Well,
literally, I do everything in the bedroom. You know, there's a gym to work out here, and I've yet for my guardian person to make this person or whatever so I can work out.
Sabrina
Using
Morrissey.
my money.
Sabrina Morrissey.
You know what I'm saying?
Sabrina Morrissey is her name.
And she can't even go to the gym.
Well, yes. You know, in the meantime, I am not incapacitated. I am not a baby. You know what I'm saying? But I guess for Lifetime A&E, I stand to win all that money, so I'm supposed to be a blubbering idiot. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying, Wendy, is the lawsuit that was filed by Sabrina Morrissey, acting in her capacity as your guardian. She brought a lawsuit against A&E, and it claimed that the contract the company brokered to shoot the documentary wasn't valid since you didn't have the legal or mental capacity to authorize your participation in the title at the time.
Listen, I have to tell you something about my life. You know what I'm saying? And Charlemagne, you've known me for a long enough time. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had liquor in years now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, who doesn't go through problems in their life? Divorce, this, that, the third, and then all of a sudden I got involved with this guardianship person, a judge, attorney. Like, my life has been.
Hold on, though, Wendy. One thing at a time. Sabrina Morrissey.
Wait. Whoa. Let me just address one important thing. Okay. I have been liquor free for years. And listen, it is not a big deal when somebody around me, you know what I'm saying, enjoys what they enjoy, you know what I'm saying? But that is not for me. You want to know why? Because I want to be sharp and tight, you know what I'm saying? Because when I get out of this guardianship, I don't even want to go into it, but I've already told you about it, Charlemagne.
Yes, you did.
How I feel and the way I'm going to move.
You said you want to date and fuck.
Oh my God.
No. Aside from that, I mean,
I think
please,
you talking
that's
about
a
the
regular
business stuff.
please.
I think you talking about the
by the
business
way,
stuff, right? And just enjoying your life, Wendy. He done took it somewhere else.
Listen. I want to be in a lovely relationship with one person forever. In order to do that, you have to date. You have to date a lot. But that's not what I'm talking about so much, though. Listen, I've been in this guardianship for this long of amount of time, and now A&E Lifetime, this lawsuit. Please, I don't want that. I don't want a dime from that. I don't want any part of that. You know what I'm saying? They insist on me telling everybody that I have frontal temporal dementia. Robbie Kaplan went on TMZ and talked about it. Now, I love TMZ. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching, and they're talking about me. And I'm like, oh, my God, this person, Robbie Kaplan, is saying that, oh, my gosh, that Wendy has good days and bad days, and when she's this, and excuse me, frontal temporal dementia is a very, very serious thing, and very rare, I might add.
Well, Wendy,
how dare? Like of all the things that you come up with, you know what I'm saying?
I was looking at these court documents, and one thing that stood out to me, it said because there is no single diagnostic test for FTD, the frontal dementia, the process for diagnosing it on average takes more than 3 years from the disease's onset. How can they keep saying you have it when it takes 3 years to diagnose?
Well, they've taken away my phone, so I can't scroll stuff on my phone to learn about things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I haven't had my phone. This woman has my phone.
Sabrina Morrissey.
Woman has my life, basically. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And by the way, I told you where I am. It goes between I told you where I'm living, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't want to go over that. It's very expensive, But, this whole thing about frontal temporal dementia is ridiculous, and I don't want this lawsuit. I don't want it at all. I want a shout-out, though, to the people at Lifetime. I've been in business with them before, you know what I'm saying? I did a couple of things there. They're good people to me. Well, and Wendy, I would love to do business with them again.
So you did.
This is not about Lifetime. It's about these two people.
So you're basically saying, Sabrina, it's not true that you didn't have the legal or mental capacity to authorize. You did have the legal or mental capacity to authorize your participation in the title. They just told you that it would be positive and beneficial to you.
Excuse me, and you want to know what? And don't forget about the black man. You know the black man's name.
Will Selby, yes.
Oh, my God. Like Will Selby is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Really, Will?
So you don't want the lawsuit against Lifetime because you signed it knowing what you were signing.
No, I didn't know what I was signing. I guess. You know what? It was so long ago. There were so many people in the apartment from Lifetime A&E. Lifetime. There's so many people in my apartment. There were so many people when we were going out. There were a lot of people, and I was, along for the ride because I'm the star. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So when she began, because A&E is saying that you were not mentally incapacitated when you signed the agreement for the documentary that they did, but then Sabrina came out and said that they were taking advantage of you because you couldn't make any of your own business decisions. Was there a conversation that Sabrina had with you before she filed her the claims? What was that about? Did you tell her you didn't want the lawsuit?
I don't know anything about Sabrina as far as that. Like I said, I only know about that person when we watched it together on TV. You know, she was never a part of this. I always said to myself, oh, well, what does a guardian do for me other than keep my money safe, allegedly?
Well, at this
I'm
point,
talking about money, allegedly, because now, you know, my guardian person is represented by this expensive law firm, right? Did I talk to you about this, Charlemagne?
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think you have to get into all of that, but the moral of the story is you
but
don't.
excuse me, but it's my money. It's my money that my guardian is using for regarding this lawsuit. And
Yes.
my money is slowly, I guess, dwindling away. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? My wallet is depleted with a few dollars. You understand?
Well,
and I've been in this situation for over 3 years.
I was about to say that, Wendy. According to reports, you were put into the conservatorship May 2022. So if that, you know, front temporal dementia takes 3 years, right now it would be really difficult for you to, you know, just track this conversation you're having with us, because it's 2025.
It's a very serious and rare disease, frontal temporal dementia.
Yep.
If you call it a disease, I have no idea.
Yeah, it feels like when you signed this contract for the show, you knew you was participating in the show. You just didn't know that they was gonna make you look the way that they made you look. And now that she's
Listen. It was only one time, you know, and we were at, you know, a court thing. You know what I'm saying? And they were talking about it, and they were talking about, you know, and I said, oh, what are you talking about? I would win what, $1 million? And I was told, oh, no. You know what I'm saying?
You mean when you
and
said
I didn't ask how much because it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? At first I was like, well, okay, I guess. But quickly, you know, like the day later, I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. And I'll continue to say, I don't want that. I don't want the lawsuit. I don't want to be a part of it. You know, if my guardian person wants money from her, then she can do the suing on her behalf, and she can be the one to get the money. Not me. It is blood money. I don't want it.
So once again, Wendy, they had you. She's saying you didn't have the legal or mental capacity to authorize your participation. You're saying you did,
and that you met one time, and after that you changed your mind.
Correct. And by the way, you know, like I said, I don't want that kind of money. You know, I've worked with Lifetime several times. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Enough that I would love to do something with Lifetime again. They are good people to me, and I'm good people to them.
Absolutely. So okay, we got it. So that's the moral of the story. Are you going to be able to go see your father? That was. They said you.
Well, I thought that I was, and now it is. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but it's not definite anymore.
Yes. Excuse me.
Sorry.
But I do say that, you know, I want to shout out to some people who've been very good to me.
Okay.
Including Charlemagne specifically, and Lauren, you too. But listen, it is about Harvey Levin at TMZ. You know, Charlemagne, you and I have talked with Harvey. And that spectacular thing starring me happens next Wednesday, the 12th.
February 12th.
It's on Tubi. Yep,
Yes.
on Tubi.
Yes, you know,
Yeah.
we have Just Hilarious here. She's a Tubi star. And the Breakfast
Are you?
Yes.
She's been in a lot of movies on Tubi.
And the Breakfast Club comes out on Tubi. Yeah.
Thank you, Wendy.
Wow.
It's not about me. It's about you.
I also want to give good talk to, because I love my attorney. My attorney is Sabatu. I don't want to say the wrong last name. Sabatu. Salmon.
Sabatu Simmons?
You brought in a new attorney.
No, not Simmons. That's Russell Simmons. How dare you? No, Sabatu Salmon.
Salmon. Okay.
No, Salmon, yeah.
So that's your new attorney?
Oh, yes. And she is a good woman to me.
Okay. Well,
yes.
Well, good. So.
By the way, she also told me, no, Wendy, you know, that frontal temporal dementia. What in the world? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I don't understand the diagnosis of frontal temporal dementia because literally in your court papers it says there is no single diagnostic test for FTD, and the process for diagnosing FTD on average takes more than 3 years from the disease's onset. So it hasn't even been enough time for them to properly test you for that yet. So I don't know why they're going around saying that you have that.
And how do you get that? Like how do you get that? Like, what do you go through? I don't even know about it. I can't even Google it. I can't even scroll it through my phone. I don't have anything with me.
What they said for you it was alcohol induced.
Well, I was talking about that, and you know what? I don't know anything about that specifically, but I do know that yes, you know what I'm saying? Who doesn't drink wine that turns into vodka, at times in your life? You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you 100%, you can test me anytime you want. I am alcohol free. And listen, I am not part of that people who, oh my gosh, people who drink liquor, oh, I hate them. It's not that I hate them at all. You know what I'm saying? It's my thing that I care to take care of it on my own behalf. You know what I'm saying?
Did they have to retest you when you hired the new lawyer? Because they were saying that's something that
do they have to do what?
Did they retest you for your health or anything when you decided to hire the new lawyer?
Oh, no. I actually had, she was like a co-attorney, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I fired the main attorney, you know what I'm saying, the other day, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So you saw that on TV. I fired her.
Yeah.
And so stepping into attorney position is,
they
a
were
black woman. And I told you, you know.
We reported on it, Wendy, and what I was told was that the judge might ask just to get the retesting, just to make sure that when you're making these decisions about your attorney, you know what you're doing. But I was saying that would help you. That's what me and Jess were talking about. If they did do that, so I didn't know if that came up.
No,
yet.
my attorney is very good to me, Sadat Salami.
Got you.
Got it. Yeah,
okay.
She's a very good attorney. She's been very good to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know all the intricacies, even after all these years, you know what I'm saying, of what an attorney does, what a judge does, what a guardian person does, specifically, other than, my life. I'm done with this crap.
Well, we're rooting for you, and we're always here for you to get your messaging out. And I love when you call up because I think people are reminded of how erratic you are when you talk. So you're all over the place. So this has nothing to do with anything other than Wendy Williams being Wendy Williams.
Yeah, but it's disgusting that I have a fake frontal temporal dementia. Mm. It's fake.
Yeah, especially if somebody's trying to file a lawsuit on your behalf and they're using that to try to win this lawsuit against A&E, which you say you don't want no parts of the lawsuit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow. Well.
By the way, Charlemagne, in the window, how does my liposuction and breast implant look?
You look tight. That's why I say you're not working out. You look tight.
You was snatched up, baby.
Yeah,
Thank you. Listen. When I saw through the window, on TMZ, I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I wish my bangs weren't so down, but you know what? It wasn't. It was the window, and I had to look down to talk. You know what I'm saying? And you couldn't see my whole body. You know what I'm saying?
So you should have stood up and pulled the wig forward so we could see.
Listen. 29 years ago, I got that done for me. Liposuction and breast implants.
Wow.
Just saying.
And they still
see
it.
People be having it every 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Listen, all right, so everybody.
Oh, I'm talking about Wendy, real quick. I wanted to tell you, I was talking to Cardi B yesterday, and she said that when you come home, she wants to introduce you to some people because you just mentioned a couple of things. As far as getting a little nip tuck here and there, she was like, she wanted to introduce you to some people so you can get real right, so you can be back on these streets and find a man.
Listen, let me tell you something. Cardi B is my person of interest. You know what I'm saying? I love me some Cardi B. Thank you, Cardi B.
And one other thing.
I'll definitely take you up on that.
And I told you this before, but I want to say it publicly. There's a great new artist named Doechii. She just won a Grammy this past Sunday. She has a song called "Denial is a River," based off that time that that woman called into the radio show to tell you that her husband was gay. Yes. And she just won a Grammy this past Sunday. And she reenacted reenacted that scene and everything. Who was the DJ she had in there with her, Lauren? It was Doechii and I want to see.
I was back and forth watching that on TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was back and forth watching that.
Okay.
We love you, Wendy.
But I listen, I love the people are rooting for me, and not everybody is rooting for me. Some people want to see me fail, but I will not fail. I will always win. Absolutely. As long as I've got great people on my side, and me, myself, and I.
Absolutely. And Miss Milan is her name. Doechii and Miss Milan recreated the Wendy Williams experience for that video, for the Denial is a River video.
Wow.
Yes. So
how creative.
That's right. So the young girls, you an influence on them too.
I listen, I love that. I love that. All right, everybody, I've got to go back to this dying facility, watching TV and spending my time.
All right, Wendy, peace.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
The last, say, 30 days, how much time have you been able to spend outside in the fresh air?
In the last 30 days, I went out twice for my teeth, you know what I'm saying? And that would be that.
Did The Guardian ever tell you why there are so many restrictions placed on your ability to live like normal people live, where they can go out, get fresh air, get on the phone, have people call you, have an iPad? Did they ever explain, The Guardian ever explain, why you can't do any of that?
It's weird. She doesn't want me to do that. That's all I can say to you, is that she doesn't want me to do that, and that's a fact. And I want my life back. The Guardian person has been here, well, I've been with her for 3 years, and I've seen her maybe once a month. Like, my life is ridiculous. My Guardian person got rid of my cats. I don't know where my cats are now. They're twins. I've had these cats for years. And the Guardian person told me that I can't go to storage. Everything's in storage, like my clothing. Yes, there's clothing around here, but the majority is in storage. There's some stuff for my dad that I would like to get. There's stuff for me that I would like to get. I'm denied going to storage. And she told me that last week. Wendy, you won't be going to storage. Get the heck out of here.
Wendy, we are privy to some of the court documents, and your guardian's name is Sabrina Morrissey. And here's what the judge said in this case. The guardian, that's Miss Morrissey, is to permit Wendy as much independence as is practical. This sounds more like a prison than independence.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And you want to know what? When I got involved with this shit, I didn't even know what a guardian was. You know what I'm saying? This is just, it's like I went from, 1,000 to 0 once I got involved with this guardian situation. It's been 3 years. Like, I feel emotionally abused.
Did anybody ever explain to you why you're in a guardianship?
No, not exactly. But you know what? There are some things that I do know for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. It's about my money. You know what I'm saying?
Can you talk to me about how Wendy ended up in a guardianship?
My understanding is somebody was in her bank account that Wells Fargo flagged, and there was large withdrawals being taken out.
My son, he overstepped his boundaries in terms of me. You understand? He overstepped his boundaries, and he was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap about it. Like, is he stealing from me? Look, all I know is that in terms of what I'm dealing with, and that this is still going on, because, that's when my money got frozen at Wells Fargo. Thank God. No more money stealing from my son and the other people.
Wells Fargo, your bank, said you were the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation with respect to your money. Who was unduly influencing you? Who is the person that was doing this?
Thank you. Listen, my son is a really good person. You know what? Oh, God, I'm not going to cry about that. Oh, I'm sorry for cursing. Look, my son is a good person, but at this point, he is a horrible person to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's the way he moves with other people. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on with these other people at my apartment in Miami? What are you doing? Oh, you spent on what? And what is going on at Wells Fargo?
There was a situation where Kevin says he wanted to rent a boat for his birthday for $1,500 and ended up getting a boat that rented out for $113,000. And he blamed it on the bank, that the bank wanted him to have that. That never really made sense to me.
Nor me. You know what I'm saying? He has a way of getting with, you know, a couple of other people. You know what I'm saying? My son is not the only one, you know what I'm saying, involved with my money. You know what I'm saying?
In September, we know the judge said this in court. While Mr. Hunter, that's the son, Kevin, apologized for past mistakes and inappropriate behavior, the court is not convinced that he can keep her safe and wouldn't willingly or unwittingly expose her to financial exploitation. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, yes, yes.
Kevin has denied any impropriety when it came to Wendy's finances, and also that he cannot speak on camera because he's not allowed to per the judge. If Wendy is released, should she be placed under the care of her son, Kevin?
No. This is how we got here in the first place.
My aunt loves her son very much, but I think that there are other options at this point in terms of who can care for and make sure that his mother at 60 years old is taken care of properly. You know, the Guardian is alleging that basically they took advantage of the situation. They took advantage of a very sick woman.
Wendy, would you want to go to the Oscars?
Oscars?
Yeah. This weekend?
What's Oscars?
Was the Guardian around while they were filming that show?
From what I experienced in terms of when I was there was no Guardian around.
The entire time, you know what I'm saying, during this 4-part thing, I never saw her at all. She never came to my apartment in New York, you know what I'm saying? When we were all we were going to Asbury Park, New Jersey. We were all on the beach. I never saw this Guardian person at all during that 4-part thing on TV.
She was basically struggling, certainly with substance abuse, with alcohol, was in a fragile mental state at best. And there's a guardianship, yet no guardian around when they're filming that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that upset you?
Oh, absolutely.
When's the last time you saw a doctor there?
A while.
Can you ballpark it?
No, I couldn't. Because I'll tell you what, I was for a year in Connecticut, and I didn't go see anybody, all right? I've been here for 6 or 7 months, and I haven't seen anybody.
Wait a minute, stop. You have not seen a doctor the entire time you've been at this facility?
No. No.
What about Diddy?
Prison for life. It's about time that he goes to prison, and you know, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Diddy done.
I'm sure you've been thinking about it. If you can get out of this guardianship, how do you see the rest of your life?
Well, first of all, I have barriers in place immediately. I want to stay in New York, and I mean, I want to date.
Anybody in mind?
No, well, I can tell you, I want a man who's divorced, because I know about cheating, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm dating you and you're cheating on me or behind my back, then that's it. I'm not putting up with that anymore, because I know how to do that too. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy. And I don't even know whether I'd be able to go to see my dad for his birthday. Are you so close that you could see me crying? Because I don't want to, because then that's something that they'll say to me, oh, Wendy, that's why you need to stay, in this dying facility.
If you weren't crying, there'd be something wrong.
But I cry, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a mean bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Don't mistake my crying for a failure. And I'm not saying that to you, Harvey. Don't mistake my tears for weakness.
Shortly after my interview with Wendy, the judge said she could fly to Miami for 2 days for her dad's birthday. The Guardian is also allowing Wendy to have a medical reevaluation of her condition, although the Guardian did say she doubts the diagnosis will change. You just watched Wendy Williams speak for the last hour. You be the judge. Is Wendy Williams capable of living freely? You don't have to be a doctor or a judge to take a stand. And in my opinion, Wendy is more than capable of living her life freely with friends and family, not guardians and judges.
Wendy is on the phone right now, which is about all she can do. And Wendy, I know you've listened to what Mark and I have said. First of all, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you. Good to see you. Hi, Mark. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Wendy. It's a pleasure. I'm sorry it's under these circumstances.
Well, you want to know what? I'm going through a really bad thing right now, but at least I've got good people with me. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and starting with you, definitely. Harvey, listen. This thing that you were talking about that 4-part thing on TV,
Lifetime.
her reputation is on the line.
You're talking about The Guardian.
Yes, thank you. Well, look, I'm not talking. You do the talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Wendy, are you, because this was striking to me. Are you being told you can't talk? I mean, I don't even understand where that comes from.
Listen. You know why? Because you know the law, I don't know the law. But I just know what I'm going through. You understand what I'm saying? And I know that to have, for instance, my girl next to me by my side. Are you still there, girl?
Yeah, I'm here.
That's, by the way,
Okay.
that's Gina, and Gina is a caregiver
Hi, Mike.
who's been helping Wendy through all of this.
Hi, Gina.
So the thing is that as far as I know, first of all I know about being on TV is that I was on TV for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So when that 4-part thing got on TV, I was like, oh, okay. In the meantime, the Guardian person was nowhere in sight at all. I mean, taking photo shoots, doing this, doing that. She was nowhere in sight. I had no idea that she was actually basically the boss of that thing. So that lawsuit, it's none of my problem. I wasn't a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing stuff with Lifetime for a long time when I was doing anyway. I don't want that kind of money. That is not a lawsuit worth fighting for.
Well, Wendy, I have to ask you something. And if you don't want to talk about this, because I know that you've been under some pressure not to talk, as Mark said, but
I have to tell you, as a guardianship person, I feel that I've been, emotionally abused.
Well, I wanted to talk about that. When you say emotionally abused, who's telling you you can't talk? Who's doing that? I mean, to me, that's just frankly outrageous. Why are they telling you this? How are they framing this?
Well, first of all, where I am, Mark, and Harvey knows where I am, this 3rd floor, it's called the memory floor.
I know so much about this now. Wendy, it's the 5th floor. The 3rd floor is a gym.
I'm sorry, because you know what? I still haven't gone to the gym, which is on the 3rd floor.
Right.
I tried to go to the gym 4 times, and 4 times I still haven't gone to the gym to work out. You know what I'm saying? I thought as a guardian, you're supposed to help me do things like that. I thought, and these people just, I'm frustrated. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say so much, but I am.
So, Wendy, the judge in this case, my understanding, and these are all secret sessions that the judge has. Everything's under seal. The judge, my understanding, the judge is pushing you to pursue this A&E lawsuit. Number one, am I correct? And number two, do you have any idea why, if I'm correct?
Well, there's a lot of money that I was told I would win. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care about that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? I want to get out of guardianship. I've been in this for over 3 years, and I don't have frontal temporal dementia, which I've been accused of having. I've been accused of that. I want my health back. I want my money back, and I want to move on with the rest of my life.
Mark, you can hear her. She sounds fine.
Wendy, haven't they tested you? I mean, you're in a facility. It's got a memory component to it. I would assume they're doing some kind of cognitive testing on a regular basis so that they can track whether or not you're declining or improving or anything else. If that's the case, is anybody taking those results of the cognitive testing and putting it in front of the court and saying, this no longer holds?
I don't know. I mean, this is what accused I've been of frontal temporal dementia. Yeah. I feel like I've been abused to the highest power. Like my life is like, it's just good to be talking to good people. That's all I can say. It's just good. And it's good to be heard, even if it's through the window.
even if it's through the window. Wendy, you actually pressured, I think, the guardian and the judge to force a reevaluation of you, to have doctors look at you, re-examine you, and see if you're okay enough now to get out. The thing that really shocked me is that the lawyer, I believe, for the guardian came out and said, yeah, we're going to do a reevaluation, but we think it's probably going to be the same result, the same diagnosis. How does this lawyer for a guardianship know that to say it? Because I don't know how many times she's talked to you. My guess is I've talked to you a lot more than she has. Charlemagne has talked to her a lot more than she has. Rosanna Scotto has talked to her a lot more than she has. Alex has talked to her a lot more than she has. Gina has talked to her a lot more than she has. And yet she comes out with this statement, yeah, you're a goner. You're probably just deteriorating. I was shocked at that.
You know what? She likes that. She likes that. And she feels that as long as I'm, hidden, in this stupid place where I am, that nobody will hear the truth from me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a lawyer. That is a lawyer for you.
Thanks. We won't take that personal.
No, not you. You know who I'm talking about.
We do.
You know, I'm talking about a woman, not a man.
So you're actually able to go to Miami this week. The judge actually did concede that, and you're going to be able to go for your dad's 94th birthday. It's almost the first taste of freedom in a long, long time for you, even though it's just a couple of days.
It's mind-boggling to me that Wendy Williams, who we're talking to right now, has to apply to a court to travel to her father's birthday party when I can walk down the street and in 30 seconds I can find 20 people who aren't able to function and think they're in an alternate reality, and there's nothing that the cops could do.
Yeah, I mean, there are constraints that I am going to tell, when I'm in Miami, but I don't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I just want things to go so good, and I'll be, by the way, doing a little shopping for me and my dad while I'm in Miami.
So, I do have a question about that. I know you love your son, and I know there have been issues. Is Kevin going to be there as far as you know?
Yeah, he'll be there. I will see him at a particular place particular location, me and my son, yes, I will.
Have you been
I don't
talking?
want to say too much.
Have you been talking to him? Because obviously he's involved in all of this.
Yes, listen. I don't want to talk about my son. You know what I'm saying? Like my son is my son. You know what I'm saying? And a guardian is a guardian.
Yeah.
And two are not the same at all.
Yeah.
By the
leave
way,
my son alone. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
I gave you, I give you a lot of props. I thought in that clip that you parsed out as diplomatically as possible the fact that, look, you're his mother. You're not going to denigrate the guy. He's your son. You love him to death. And how does loving your son and forgiving your son translate into being in your own personal kind of jail, so to speak, or prison? It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, you love your son.
You.
It happened, right?
Look, things happen. The point is that, I have no idea what kind of money I have left. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? There are things that I thought a guardian is supposed to do for you that still haven't been done for me, and I don't want to be involved. I want to be free.
Yeah, you want to be free. You want an accounting. You want to know what you got. Which, by the way, it's your money. Why can't you get an accounting of the money? I mean, that should be given to you on a daily basis if you want it.
Listen, her reputation is on the line because that 4-part thing, like I said, I shouldn't have been doing that at all. If that's your person, then you're not supposed to be doing things at all. You're not supposed to be looking at it.
I get it. No, I get it. Wendy, I want to say something. And Mark, look, I know I'm kind of bullish on Wendy getting out of this guardianship, which I am. But I just want to say, I don't feel this way about every case I see where somebody's locked up unjustly.
Boy, you're not kidding.
I mean, I was against Britney Spears getting out of her conservatorship, which is the same as a guardianship, not because I dislike Britney, I don't. It's the opposite. She has a really serious mental illness, and that's established by 24 doctors. And I think there was a lot of pressure and ill-advised publicity around it, and the judge folded. But it's not like every time I see something, I say, oh, they should get out of it, because I took a lot of crap for saying what I said about Britney. This case is so clear to me. When I did a quiz with Wendy. I threw topics out to her during this documentary, which, by the way, is on Tubi, and you can watch this. And she didn't know what I was going to ask. And I'm telling you, it's like she was doing her television show. She's fine. She's fine. There are, you could throw a rock and find people who are unstable, but not Wendy Williams. And she's.
But there's a difference. The people who are unstable, who are out on the street, you can't do anything with, and Wendy Williams, the difference is money. Who's got the money? She's got money. Money fuels all of this. I don't want to cast any aspersions here, but I'm going to bet that the Guardian's getting paid. The Guardian's lawyer's getting paid.
Oh, please.
Yeah. So there's money being generated here, and it's very difficult to wean off of that when there's money being generated.
I have sources, and Wendy, I haven't even talked to you about this, but my understanding is that you are going to move to end this guardianship in court. The problem is going before the judge, who seems determined to keep you in this guardianship, and the guardian herself. That seems like a pretty high mountain to climb.
No comment. I can't talk about that.
Yeah, I get it. I just wanted to put it out there that we know that that's in the works. And as a matter of fact, in the documentary, I talked to your niece, Alex, who says you've hired a lawyer and that is the end goal. But Wendy, I got to tell you, I just feel so bad for you. I feel so bad for you. And, I was doing an interview today about this, and it really occurred to me that I would go I would go insane if I were stuck in a room for as long as you were. I just don't. I don't know how I would have done it.
No, you know what? You know what? People have said that before, which makes me feel like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people in the outside world, like you, Harvey, who've talked about how it would be if they were stuck in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And I am, I'll talk to you offline, as I usually do, Harvey. Harvey.
Well, I will say, I mean, I would have shown up with, God knows, a beard that went down to my kneecaps. And then we interview you when we put the camera up, and you got your fishnet stockings on. You got your, I mean, you were made up. It's just amazing to me.
What you want to know, the weird thing is that, and like I told you, even these people here, you know what I'm saying? I order lunch or whatever, and I eat right here, watching TV, listening to radio in the bathroom, lipstick popping all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's just because this is me. And this is always me. You know what I'm saying? And
how often do they evaluate you there?
How often? What do you mean evaluate?
Do they evaluate? Does somebody come in? Does somebody do the Harvey Levin test of giving you a cognitive test? Do they do that kind of evaluation?
No. Nobody does anything. I mean, people come in, they bring I have thyroid, you know what I'm saying? Had for years. They bring the pills and they leave. And then one person comes in maybe twice a week, and they are the maids who clean the bathroom. And that's it as far as who comes in.
So how many doctors have visited you in the last 6 months?
Well, I had a doctor for my thyroid.
No, for this supposed frontotemporal dementia.
And nobody comes. No, nobody. I don't have it. How dare? And by the way, and that would be my money. I don't want that.
So you have not had a single doctor come in and talk to you about this diagnosis since you've been at this facility.
Yes. One person came, and the person was young, in the 20s, like a young person, you know what I'm saying, telling me this. And I'm looking at like, I do? Okay. Anyway, bye. Yeah.
And that's one time in 7-8 months.
Yes, and she came like 3 times, because the first time I was like, who are you? We started talking and laughing and stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, it's somebody to talk to. Great. Better company on this floor where, people have memory issues. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, girl, let's talk. And then she came back the second time. I was like, okay, give me a brochure or something. Let me see what this is. Oops, I almost cursed. What it's about. And then she came back the third time. I'm like, goodbye. Nice to meet you with my money, And when she came, anyway, I don't want to go into that. The point is the end with seeing somebody like that on this floor.
Gina, are you there?
I'm here.
You want to say something?
I do. I just want, everyone to understand you're doing this interview by the window. And what may come out, on the opposite end of, the people that want Wendy to remain in this guardianship is that she's being exploited and people are taking advantage of her. And this is why she should be in a guardianship. And that's, for the record, that would be false. Only because Wendy looking out that window is her true reality. That is the only thing that she has in contact with the world. So I just want to really put that out there before somebody else comes and tries to take away from the point of your documentary.
Gina, can you, if you want to, or if Wendy wants to, can she, I assume there's an elevator there. Can she go outside?
No. She's on a locked unit, a locked floor.
Mark, she's been out twice in 30 days both for a dentist.
Just wild. In California, at least, they abolished this years ago, this idea, and it's mind-boggling you can still do it.
No, it's abolished here in the state of New York. Is that she's getting away with it, and it's a secret that she has gotten away with it for a very long time. And it's platforms like Harvey that open the opportunity for Wendy to tell her story. And again, just to put it out there, they probably will put out a statement that she's being exploited, and she's not. Wendy is crying out for help. She is being forcibly imprisoned. That is not a guardianship. That is a literal prison.
Thank
you.
Gina, how do you get in there, Gina? How do you? They let you in?
It's actually so it's a type of facility. It's an assisted living facility, and to my understanding, there's a memory unit.
This is a memory unit. I'm on the
she's on, and she's on the memory unit, and that's a locked unit. All the other floors, any residents are able to come and go freely as they wish.
Gina, you have not visited her the whole time she's been there.
No.
You've not. You can't get in, Mark. I mean,
you can't. No, they will not let you in.
I just do not. This is incomprehensible to me. I do not understand how you can have somebody, even under a conservatorship, the most draconian. How can you lock somebody away in a memory unit and say, okay, that's it? This is somebody who obviously has their faculties of more so than 98% of
but
the
they're
people.
saying the opposite. They are saying, oh, she doesn't have her faculties. But it's like, who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes?
Listen, my niece is going to have to get permission to see me on this 5th floor when she flies from Miami to New York in a couple of weeks. She'll be here, and will she be able to see me? She's got to get permission from the guardian person.
Aside from your niece, because I know she visited you once in October, have you had any contact with friends or family face to face since you've been at this facility for now going on 8 months?
Friends or family? No. Nobody.
Mark, this is crazy.
Well, see, this is what's so crazy. If they're worried about her, the undue influence on her money, that's fine. She doesn't have access to her money.
Right.
I get it. But how do you lock somebody up in a unit, tell them you can't have somebody visit or you can't leave? If they're worried, if it's a memory unit, you want to say, okay, well, we don't want her to leave because she may forget where she is and she's going to get lost. Okay, great. Then you've got Gina here who can then take her and wherever she wants to go. You've got somebody who's a chaperone, so to speak. Even under the worst case scenario, which is not justified based on the conversation we're having. I don't even understand what we're doing here.
No, it's an abuse of power, and she's abusing her power. And
why hasn't somebody done an emergency application here?
I know.
I don't understand this. What is going? I don't understand how, if hypothetically a lawyer was hired to look into this, the first thing the lawyer should do is go and make some kind of an emergency application to try to justify how you've locked somebody up. And that's separate and apart from the money. I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about your ability to go freely, come and go as you please.
And check this out, that we are privy to a court document where the judge says that Wendy should have, and this is, I believe, a quote, as much freedom as is practical. This is freedom? This is freedom?
By the way, if Wendy is correct, and I have no reason to doubt her, and that she's only visited a couple of times a week to get medication, right? So why can't Wendy be in her, I guess she's got a condo or apartment, and have somebody there who is monitoring her and somebody who comes in to give her the medication? This is not the least restrictive by any stretch of the imagination. This is the most restrictive. In fact, this is exactly what sometimes I will make an application to a judge for somebody who's accused of a horrific crime I want them released on bail. This is worse than what most of the applications for bail that I propose.
Yeah. That's just, this is crazy. And the idea that somebody like Wendy Williams, who is famous and rich and with it, can be in this vicious cycle of you're crazy, Wendy. You have dementia, Wendy. You're getting worse, Wendy. And we're listening to her, and it's the opposite. And yet she can't get out of this thing.
I don't know about you, Harvey, but I've had very close loved ones, including both of my parents, who have suffered from a debilitating kind of devolving dementia. And I could not have this conversation with either one of them. And they were not in locked memory units. You understood it. By the way, when you're in that kind of, and I'm not a medical professional, but you know, if they're on an endless loop, you can understand because that's when the memory goes. And I'll bet you Wendy's got the experience with the people who are on her floor where they're on an endless loop. That is not her.
So Wendy, what is your goal here? What would you like? I know you went out of the guardianship. What do you want your life to look like?
Well, go back to work and, have friends. You know what I'm saying? Have actual good friends. People who've been good, honest friends. Do you know what I'm saying? Like no cheaters, no liars, no stealers. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, everything about me is going to be well equipped. And I'm not talking about my body. I'm talking about, the people that I will have put in place. You know what I'm saying? Look.
Including a sober coach.
The point, I don't need a sober coach. I am not drinking.
No,
That
I know.
is money, and I don't have time. But by the way, I challenge you, since you have $1 million, test me. Bring me to a place, you know what I'm saying? And if I've had any drink at all, then you owe me, you know what I'm saying, $1 million.
But Wendy, that's infinitely easy to solve as well. I've got a client right now on a criminal case where that client is released pending sentencing, and she's got one of those abilities to be tested to see if they're imbibing of alcohol. If you're charged in a criminal case and you can be free to sit at your house and be tested for alcohol consumption regularly and intermittently, why can't you, who is not charged with a crime, be released to your house?
Because it's about my money. You know, it's about my money. And by the way,
Exactly.
to get out of here and go back to work.
That was almost like an infomercial. I was asking you the obvious question, right?
Right. And Wendy and I have actually spoken about it. We can do hair testing. She doesn't have to be so confined and so restricted.
How about not confined, Gina? I mean, it's like if you look at, think about people who get sober. Most of them fall off the wagon at some point. Do all of those people go into a guardianship or a conservatorship when they do? None of them do. This is called life.
I'm telling you, it's about holding my money and using it for other people and nothing for me. It's about paying for this, paying for that. Oh my gosh, you need an attorney, you need a lawyer, you need this, you need that. It's all my money that other people are taking my money from. You understand what I'm saying?
And I was also telling Wendy, it's very interesting with this guardianship because we have lawyers involved. It's my understanding the guardianship is a lawyer. Everybody involved is a lawyer. If that's what it takes to protect Wendy, Wendy has the means to hire her own attorneys, right, to protect her. She doesn't need any state, city appointed attorneys to protect her because she has the means to protect herself. And again, we can all agree this really does not have to do with Wendy's mental or well-being. This is really about saving face on a situation where the guardian dropped the ball.
There you go.
She dropped the ball. She put Wendy in this.
Better watch it, Gina. They're gonna say you're unduly influencing by telling.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You're going to be in the crosshair.
Those are the facts because I've spoken to Wendy so many times. And in the state of New York, the bar is very low. When I mean very low, to be in a guardianship, extremely low. And Wendy is nowhere near that.
Nowhere near that. Okay, Gina, Wendy, thank you so much. Wendy, I just got to say one thing since Gina's on. You're lucky to have her. You're lucky to have Alex. They love you. And they want the best for you. And I got to say, I've heard this now for well over a month with a lot of phone calls. You're lucky to have them on your side.
Yeah, I was going to say, Wendy, boy, you've got quite a advocate in Harvey. I haven't heard him get this fired up, and I don't know how long.
Well, Harvey is a great person, and Mark, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure is all mine. I hope to meet you in person very soon when you're out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wendy told me before we started that she was eating Milk Duds, so she promised me a box of Milk Duds.
Yes, yes.
Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Okay, bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Mark, I got to tell you, I am upset. I've just not seen anything like this, that how somebody like this could be treated like a prisoner. Even worse than a prisoner.
You mentioned something about the Britney situation, and I always said in the Britney situation, Britney was freed basically when she went out and got her own lawyer that was separate and apart, and then the public outcry.
Right.
But I always worried about that situation for a variety of reasons, that the public outcry wasn't commensurate with her ability to deal, outside of the system.
Right.
Yes, by all accounts, unless I'm missing unless somebody is a great ventriloquist, she passes any kind of layman's ability to decide whether or not she's functioning.
And you have just joined the chorus, because everybody else I've talked to has said exactly the same thing. I want to stay on top of this. We're not going to drop this, even though the documentary is now out. We are not going to drop it. We have to follow. We have to follow this, and not just for Wendy, because who else is this happening to in New York? Who else?
Well, I don't think this will last long. I mean, they always say sunlight's the best disinfectant. I mean, I think that at a certain point, somebody's going to see, hear her, and understand, okay, the jig is up.
I hope you're right. Okay, my friend. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, Harvey. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Wendy. How you feeling this morning?
Well, I'm talking to you. Hi, everybody.
What's up,
Hey,
Wendy?
Good morning. It's good to hear your voice.
Well, it's nice to be heard. Me and Gina are on the phone, and it's good to talk to you. Guys, I fired my second attorney.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, well, she just isn't the person for me at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say why, but she deserves that.
Explain to the people who Gina is too, Wendy, for people that don't know, who may not know who Gina is. They may have saw her on the documentary. They may not have.
Oh, yes, I forgot, you guys. Yes, the documentary. My fabulous friend Gina. Yes, she's on the documentary, but she also knows why I fired the attorney. And she also hates that I'm in the memory unit, this floor.
Gina?
Good morning.
Good morning, Gina.
Everybody.
Give people some background on who you are. Gina has been on Breakfast Club before. Gina was on Breakfast Club maybe, how long ago was that, Gina?
Ooh, probably like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Okay, 4 years ago. And give them some background on who you are.
My name is Gina Lisa Monteroso. I have an agency called Connect Care Advisory Group. We assist the elderly and disabled in ensuring that they live a quality of life at home and are able to stay home regardless of the type of care that they're in or any chronic illness that they're dealing with at home, dementia, natural aging. We assist in making sure that there's care at home so they can maintain their life at home.
I have a question hey, Gina.
Good morning, Lynn.
I have a question for you and Wendy. So I know Wendy, she mentioned that she had fired the attorney or whatever. And I know that there was a conversation around like the Lincoln hearing and she's supposed to be going to these doctors and like all this stuff. Like, where are you guys on that? Like, has she had another evaluation yet or anything that y'all can share on that?
There is nothing we know at the moment scheduled. Everything is at a halt. We're just waiting just to see how Wendy needs to move forward.
I am still accused of having a frontal temporal dementia, and they are accusing me of being incapacitated, which I am clearly not. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I do have to say that that evaluation of me for what? You've already accused me. So
right. Well, let me ask you, and not to start off with quote unquote business, but Wendy, how are you doing? How was your father's birthday? How was that trip? How was that for you? And getting out and being able to shop and seeing your family, how was that?
Oh, well, the birthday was great. You know what I'm saying? Me and my dad, we had a great time. And, you know, my sister, my brother, you know, my niece, we all had a really great time. My son was a part of it, too. You know, while I was in Miami. I also did some shopping in Miami because my guardian person told me that I would not be going to storage. So, you know, everything is in storage here in New York, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I have to see the judge. I have to meet my attorneys. I have to do this and that here in New York. So, you know, I need, you know, clothing. So I did some clothing shopping while I was in Miami. Which, by the way, my guardian person gave the credit card to my attorney, who I fired, but back in New York. In the meantime, the credit card with my money, it wasn't my credit card anyway, they denied me doing some of the shopping in Miami. And I had look, the point is that this is the freaking life that I'm still in. You understand?
Mm-hmm. So they put a limit on you and only allowed you to buy certain things, and when you tried, they stopped it.
Excuse me? Who's who to tell me what I can buy and what I can't buy? I mean, like, that's my money, correct? Oh, I forgot. My money is being used for other people to get attorneys.
What you mean, other people? Like who? Like, is it Sabrina, your guardian? Like who?
Oh, yeah.
Sabrina Morrissey?
Yeah, well, what I understand is that there are 4 attorneys going on so far, you know, using my money and not attorneys for me. Yes.
Wow. You know,
Gina?
You know, Sabrina Morrissey put out a statement and said that she said she insists that you don't know that you have dementia. She made those allegations in court documents related to the lawsuit against Lifetime.
Okay. Well, you know what? The guardian person has issues of her own.
Has she been retaliating against you since you've been, you know, very vocal about what's been going on?
In an elegant way, of course.
Okay. Wow.
What is that?
Gina?
I guess you can't.
Can you please explain the things that I thought now won't explain?
Yeah, because I'm going to ask you explain
Gina,
what the
say the
elegant way is.
Say the things. I mean, what Wendy always explains to me is that privileges are always taken away from her when she speaks out about what's going on with her in this luxury assisted living. And, you know, it could just be
$18,000 a month, by the way.
A therapy session taken away, a trip to the storage unit, you know, wondering if she's going to go see her dad. She doesn't have that many outside activities, but the very limited ones that she does get, Wendy explains to me that, you know, they're held hostage because Wendy's not acting in a certain way that Sabrina doesn't like. It's just disgusting. It's overbearing. It's unjust. It's inhumane. She's using Wendy as a pawn and keeping her stuck in this building without any socialization.
Thank you.
She can't make calls. Nobody can call her. It's just not healthy, and it's very concerning that this is a guardian who, and that name guardian is supposed to guard, protect her, and make her safe.
Oh, I am being guarded.
Her as a prisoner.
I am being guarded. Remember, you can't press the bell to go downstairs. You know, somebody's got to allow you. You know what I'm saying? So fortunately, there's a gym in this building, and so that's great for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've always, as a matter of fact, Charlemagne, you and I were talking about the day that I was going to the gym. I had just come back, and you said you were on your way. You know, so that's like a regular thing for me now. You know what I'm saying? It always has been, but you know, at least that's in the building. and not on this floor. But I can't leave the floor unless I'm allowed. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question about
Otherwise,
go ahead.
Otherwise, remember, this floor is locked. Like, you need keys to even press the bell to go downstairs. Yes, it's the memory unit.
There was a story that broke somebody in the facility, an employee at the facility said that originally you were placed on the 3rd floor, Wendy, where you had more freedom, and then they moved you to the floor you on now because of an incident at the bar where you live. Have you heard that story, Gina? Did you guys see that story?
They said you was getting drunk, Wendy.
Yeah, they said you were.
Gina,
That's why you.
Well, do you want to know what? When I first got here, actually, it was at the time near my birthday. It was in July when I got here from Connecticut. Which, by the way, Connecticut was an entire memory unit floor, top to bottom, and there were like 4 different units in Connecticut. So everything was about remembering nothing except for me. And regarding alcohol, first of all, yes, it was like this. It was like this party, and it wasn't a party for me. It was a party for everybody. I mean, they had lobster and shrimp and all kinds of things that, by the way, are not here on this floor. And yes, there was also alcohol that was being served. And yes, the martini is the martini. Then yes. The martini and other liquor that I will never have again in life. And thank you for telling me about that. Yes, that did happen, and that will never happen again in life. Ever. I got so many more important things to do, like getting out of this goddamn guardianship.
When is that going to be? What's the next steps for you getting out the guardianship?
Oh, my gosh, please. I mean, I will live elegantly here in New York. Getting back to work, of course, because I still don't know exactly what kind of money I have, because the attorney that I was working with, oh, by the way, it's the same attorney that was not allowed. I wouldn't have been allowed to see my dad in Miami if I didn't have this attorney who would be flying with me. You know what I'm saying? Which is like really fucking weird. But what will I be doing? Well, first of all, I'll be going back to work. I need money. You know what I'm saying? I need money that everybody else is taking from me.
Right.
And I still don't know what kind of money I have. Besides, I like to work. Why not? And I don't think that I will have a hard time
working.
Working.
Wait,
at all?
What would you like to do? Like you said, you want to work. Do you want to do a show? Like what is?
No, I don't want to talk. Look, DJ. I can't get that specific on radio, but I know the things that I've been offered that I would love
When
to
you
do.
said I got some deals in place, and Envy, you ain't gonna mess them
Oh,
up.
shut up! Stop it!
What's up with the
I'm standing up. I'm doing the happy dance.
What's up with the Lifetime lawsuit, Wendy?
I love Lifetime. Are you serious?
So you still don't?
Oh God! Oh wait! I can't do so much talking. But Gina, you can talk. Look, I love Lifetime. Lifetime has been good to me, and when I get out of guardianship, if Lifetime's what they want, let's talk the ducats.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the money. Let's talk about what I be doing.
But your guardian is suing them.
Oh, well, she's gone. Look, I'm on the wrong team. Just like, my guardian person as well as the judge. You know what I'm saying? They tell me, oh, my gosh, Wendy, you stand to get $20 million. What do I want with $20 million when it has first of all, look, just stop. How much money will be going to you and you and you and you? By the time I have to pay everybody, I end up with $1. Like, Gina, can you expound upon what I've been speaking of?
Well, it's my understanding the case is on pause. We recently just saw online there's some an answer that A&E responded back to the request for the lawsuit to be on pause, and everybody's questioning why would you want this case on pause?
By the way, I love everything on pause. It should just stop, that lawsuit. It should just stop. I love you.
I guess what they're saying is, why should this case be on pause when you already stated Wendy was incapacitated, and
Yeah,
she
telling
did
me that
have
I'm
FTD.
incapacitated and have
So
dementia.
why would she have to undergo more medical evaluation when you already came to the forefront with this information?
Because I don't have it. Whatever.
And I don't understand. I will never understand the lawsuit against Lifetime, especially being that Sabrina was your guardian when you went through that whole process.
Look. Oh my gosh! You know what? I wish I had roast beef right now. Like, I really do miss food, man.
You ate in Miami. I saw you eating.
You
like a
was at
little
the
Big
Cuban
Mac.
restaurant with Lil Kev.
Look, let me tell you something. And that was the last time that I had a regular food, like you know what I'm saying? Like here, you know, in my bedroom, yes, I have bars and you know the like protein bars and like Nature's Valley bars. That I have some of that. And there's also eating across this floor, you know, on the 5th floor. But, you know, where can I get corned beef sandwiches? You know what I'm saying? Where can I have collard greens and black-eyed peas and cornbread and where can I get cheeseburgers? I mean,
we would send it. We would send it up there for you if we knew you could have it. But
we would definitely send it up there.
We did.
Listen.
We sent some food up there for you from a soul food spot, but they said Sabrina had it taken away.
She probably ate it.
Really? Excuse me. I didn't know that.
I know. I'm just fucking with you, Wendy. That ain't happening.
Okay. Well, listen. Behind the scenes, if I give you the address to where I am, can you send me just like something?
She could get food delivered over there.
Oh, she can for real?
Some
Really?
candy. Yep, she got some candy the other day from a friend. She can
So we definitely will have some food sent for you. Absolutely.
I mean, oh please. Oh, and it has to correlate with the day that I'm about to go work out. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I gotta burn calories off as well as consume. By the way, my lymphedema, my feet, they're going really well. You know what I'm saying? Just natural feet for me.
Wendy, how a lot of speaking of food, because you was at the Cuban restaurant with Lil Kev, a lot of people when we were reporting that, they were hitting me so surprised to see you with your son. So, and because of everything you said in that TMZ doc, where are y'all at right now?
That's her son.
I mean, I'm just asking because people want to know.
Okay.
That I was with my friends in Miami.
Your son. So after that TMZ doc dropped, they thought you didn't want anything else to do with your son, and then y'all were out.
No. My son and I are doing very well. You know, we're regularly on the phone, and you know what my son always says to me, and he doesn't say this a lot, but when he says it, it means, oh my God, I'm going to cry. It means a lot to me. He always says, you know, Mom, what's your last name? And I tell him, you know, what, Williams? And he says, no, your last name is Hunter. You're a hunter. You know, my last name is Hunter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anyway, that is my marital last name, and I'm not married anymore. But, you know, the important thing about my son is that he always just wants me to be his mom. Always. I'm talking about like when he's 1, when he's 2, when he's 5, when he's 10. He's 24 now, and he still feels the same. And I get that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's always going to be her son.
Always.
Always. Unconditionally. Whatever he did, she's never going to leave his side.
No.
And she's always going to be there for him. And people shouldn't think because of the situation that happened that she's going to disown him.
But
it's
I will
a
tell
lesson
him,
learned, but she will never abandon him and walk away from him. That's her son.
Yeah, that is my son. But, you know, one thing that I will not do, I will not be permissive in any way, shape, or form regarding my money. And I already told him that. I said, look, boy, you know, you leave my money alone. My money is my money, you know.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Well, listen, Wendy says she wants to call in like once a week just to give people an update, or twice a week just to give people an update. Anything else you want people to know now, Wendy?
Well, well, you know what? If there's something else that I want to tell you about, I mean, it just doesn't have to be about attorney talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always jokes and laughter going on too.
So what's tickling your fancy right now, Wendy?
What?
Well, what's tickling my fancy right now, actually, is I'm about to see this woman and she'll be here in about 45 minutes.
Wendy,
you know,
what you about to tell us?
What's the woman?
What's she do?
The woman is with the guardian person, and she. Okay, when you have a guardian person, then you also have this person who wants you to come out to eat with. Or, you know, if I want nail polish, she's the one who gets me the nail polish. She's the one who gets the correct order, which is Poland Spring. You know what I'm saying? So for her, oh, by the way, no, I will not be going out to eat with her. You know what I'm saying? And I do want to let her know that. Just because there's not much to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
So she's like your runner, basically. She comes and asks you what you need, and then she go gets it for you.
Yeah, I hate saying that, but yes, she's my runner. She's my runner.
Got you.
Yeah, and she's also the person, like, you know, when I go for my mammogram, which I do want to do that, girls. We've done that before, you know. So I want her to, we're together. We're going to get the date and the time, and then we'll go together.
Okay. All right. Well,
no, it's for me. It's for my breast, not for her breast. But you know,
I would hope so, Wendy.
Well, oh God. I mean, she gets hers done on her own time. Shut up.
Hey, so listen, you got you a girlfriend, Wendy? You done turned how you doing?
Shut up.
You done turned how you doing in that facility?
Like tickle the fancy, and you said this is women.
How you doing?
You shut up. Just look. Anyway.
All right, Wendy.
Well, we love you. You know you can call anytime, Wendy.
Well, listen, this is what I want to tell everybody first and foremost, okay? I want to thank everybody with the GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? The GoFundMe is definitely needed financially speaking. You know, my guardian person has all of my money, and she's using my money, I guess, for her needs and not mine. You know, my niece Alex, Gina, can you talk about my niece Alex?
So
why GoFundMe is
the
so
GoFundMe is at 93%. It's almost at goal, but we had to give already $21,000 of that GoFundMe to the attorney that's representing Alex to release Wendy in her petition.
And by the way, excuse me, my guardian person. Look, the attorney and my niece Alex, that was denied. So now the attorney and Alex have to petition again. Go ahead, Gina.
They denied her from getting an attorney, Alex?
No. That hasn't been done yet. That there's going to be a hearing in March to determine her petition, but we already spent $21,000 of that $45,000, and that was just for the little bit of work, which is big work done.
Yeah.
So that GoFundMe is going to go pretty quick. So any more donations to help Alice continue to help Wendy get out of this guardianship would help, and we appreciate it.
We definitely appreciate it. You know, I just want to say that I love my fans, and I just everybody, thank you for your good support, and for the people that don't like me.
The Breakfast Club for being so amazing.
Yeah.
Being there for Wendy, Charlemagne, Lauren, DJ Envy, you guys are amazing. And without this platform, I don't think the world would have been able to actually see that Wendy is not incapacitated.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gina.
And
Thank
you know,
you,
this platform is always open for Wendy. She can call anytime, doesn't matter.
I'll be calling you again next week.
Absolutely. Sounds good to me. All righty, guys. Have a great day. And we're going to send you some food if we can. All righty now.
Yeah, send that.
Bye.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.